Oh, yeah, feel free. And cakes. Yeah, go for it. I knew I wasn't gonna eat that much anyway, so. I knew I wasn't gonna eat that much anyway. Oh. Oops, I didn't realize my mic was on. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Oh, you redeemed Sing Us a Song. What song do you want me to sing? It's gonna be bad. I'm not good. I don't claim that I'm good. I don't claim that I practice. I just think it's fun to sing silly songs sometimes. What are you thinking? First Love / Late Spring by Mitski. I don't know if I know that one. First. Please tell me it's let me see. Ooh, I don't know if I know this one. Bohemian Rhapsody. It's gotta be Artichoke. Artichoke's gotta pick it. They redeemed the 1000. Dealer's choice in serious or funny. I mean, you can do that if you wanna. At least I know Bohemian Rhapsody. For the most part. Canada, are you a maple syrup lover too? Yes. Ish. I mean, I'm not a big sugary sweets kind of person. I do like them. I just don't eat them. I have more of a savory tooth. Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's see. What's a great part that I can sample from Bohemian Rhapsody? Let me see here. The first part's too okay. Should I do the slower part or should I do the Galileo? That could be a fun bit. Why not? Okay. You know what? I'll do like the big crescendo and then I'll go into the Galileo because that's fun. I just mean, are you from Canada too? Yes, I am. I'm in Ontario. I didn't know you were also Canadian. That's cool. Hell yeah. Alright. Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh, anyway the wind blows, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. And then there's a whole lot of guitar and this epic thing, and then some piano. Bum, 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 bum. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, Galileo. Figaro Magnifico! I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from his monstrosity. That's all I'm doing. Thank you for joining me, Aries. How do I tip you? In your immense gratitude, that's how you tip me. I'm also from Ontario. Oh, sick, nice. I'm you don't have to specify where in Ontario, but I'm Southern Ontario. That's where I'm at. Cue guitar solo. Thank you for the suggestion. I like how I was also doing that with this like very like the music in the background from the game is just not matching it at all. What do you mean bad? That was amazing. Really? Oh, you're so nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. I guess we should get into the game, eh? I'm already late enough streaming as is. That was really good, actually. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. I mean, I know how I realize that I'm just like, oh, you're just saying it. You're just nice. I'm learning to take a compliment. Thank you. Thank you for both of your compliments. Are we ready to get our minds blown again? Hey, Kerwin! Yes, we are. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I doubt anything could really beat the shock that episode 0 gave me, but I'm looking forward to this all the same. I need to post a bit on the Discord. Hold on. Actually, maybe 2. I'll put it in 2 Discords. And then I'll get into the game. The heck is my going live area? Okay. Oh my god, I can't fucking copy anything. There we go. Boom. Well, hopefully that'll work. YouTube? Oh, YouTube didn't copy. Excuse me. There. There we go. I'll put it in here. And where else would be fun? Probably Glow. People in Glow's chat might like to play off the devil. Okay, cool. All good. Let's open the game, shall we? Shall we? Gameplay. Oh my god, there it is. They did create a dilemma for themselves with how strong the ending of episode 0 was. I fully agree. Also from Southern Ontario? That's so funny. Well, it's nice to meet I can't speak today. A fellow Southern Ontario person. I'm so excited to play this game. Holy shit. Alright. So I think this means I don't have continue. I'm assuming that's because I haven't started episode 1. Because I still have my demo downloaded, so it should still save from like episode 0. Yeah, here we go. Episode 1. Also, I feel like I should reveal something about episode 0 and probably like a major part of it. Unless you want to play episode 0 and you don't want you don't want spoilers, I should give context. I just want to give context for those who like are just joining now and they haven't seen episode 0. So like mute me for the next like 10 seconds starting now. The twist of episode 0 is that she on the right is the killer, and she killed a bunch of people and was framing, well, basically framing another one. Anyway, that's it. That's the reveal. If you don't want spoilers, bad news. Name that anime. 2 assassins become fathers. Buddy daddies? Are they assassins? I don't actually remember. I remember this. Nice, nice. Yes? Hell yeah. I haven't seen Buddy Daddies, but my partner has. So I've seen bits and pieces of it. I do want to watch it. It looks very cute. It's so good. I really should watch it. You can choose to play episode 1 in high roller mode. What does that mean? Now let's turn down the volume just very slightly. There we go. In High Roller mode, you're limited to one save slot and you won't be able to reload your saves while inside the courtroom. Fuck that noise, I'm not doing that. Quick saving and autosaves will be disabled as well. The minimum ante for hands will be increased. The minimum and maximum penalties for answering incorrectly during trial gameplay will also be increased. But the maximum ante will be increased as well, allowing you to earn the largest possible high score for credit in this episode. Oh, I see. Interesting. Completing this episode in High Roller mode will also unlock an exclusive phone charm that can't be earned any other way. Why you gotta tell me that now? No, I just want to play it. I'll replay it maybe in High Roller mode when I'm done. You can turn High Roller mode off at any time in settings, but in order to turn it back on, you would have to restart this episode. High Roller mode is intended to encourage risk-taking and discourage save scumming. I mean, that's fair. Consider enabling it if you want to pursue this mystery like a true gambler. Standard, save and load as often as you like for the freshness. Limited to one save slot, loading prior saves disabled. Yeah, so no save scumming. Nah, we like save scumming. The save scumming is good. It gives you more story. I understand though, like it lowers the risk factor. I get it. I'm gonna do standard for now. You picked standard. Enjoy the mystery. Disable tutorials. You can turn them back on in settings. They might introduce new mechanics. I'll do enable. Alright, let's see where this one takes us. Listen, I wanted to thank you for coming over. Wanted to thank you for coming over? Figures you'd notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You're the first person to say anything. What happened? Police came to see me. In public? No, they wanted to be considerate of my privacy. And that's a first. They wanted to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts. And yours. I told them I didn't know anything. They must have loved that. Funny. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably cursed them out. Yeah. I could see that. Is there anything you want to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return? No favors, lots of treating friends, I say. That sounds like a toast. Why not? To friends. I'll raise a glass to that. Interesting. Oh god. Glass him! Oh shit. Vandalism detected. Whoa! Incident logged. Recorded at 8:55 a.m. local time. Geopositional data encoded. If I could have all citizens in the area... Fuck off, copper! Fuck off, copper! Visual is impaired, facial recognition compromised, pinging nearby opt-ins for corroborating evidence. Hey, he's lighting up every phone on the block! We need to go now, or what? He'll use his outdoor voice? Or he'll have us pinned down to our dental records before he can say we're fucked! Hi, Morgan. Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. Hello. Oh, L30, Leo, okay. You do something new with your uniform? Good morning to you too, Morgan citizen. Police, where were you last week? How do you expect me to know that? How do you expect to remember what the frick I was doing, like, yesterday? To answer your question, no. I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for... I got it. Must be the new coat of paint. You're referring to the act of vandalism that just took place? Only the most recent one. Super Cop over here has a new dent every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty, scanning the street for jaywalkers and loiterers. Don't worry, ma'am. A report has been filed and the police are working to resolve the situation. Civil disobedience at this time of day? What in the world? What's the world coming to? They're just stragglers, ma'am. That was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting and demonstrating without a permit. Well, I hope you threw the book at them. The disturbance was handled, but individual instances of volatility may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend outside actors. Oh, he fine! He pretty cute. Thanks for the forecast. So, does the bleeding stop on its own? Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just a leakage of oxidizing fluid. Oh, my mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it. The leakage will dry shortly. With that conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the signal to cross. I unfocus my eyes and dull my hearing, sinking beneath the hum of the city street, fading through the lives bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with worn hands and an ill-fitting belt turns to a gorilla-like hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth. Yeah, 61! The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns to him. We're going on break. The robot tilts its head to the side. You can't work the pilot without Schwinn up on the roof, so... I don't know, take a load off, will you? Understood, came the over-enunciated reply. The man, already walking away, tosses a dismissive wave behind him. Yeah, understood. Moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular. Oh my god. Goddamn coppers in every street corner. At a bus stop, or what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station, a passionate young man voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear. They declared martial law when I wasn't looking. The small woman beside him, trying hard to appear even smaller, shifts in her seat. Well, they're just doing their job, so... Bots don't have jobs, except the ones they stole from us. Notice how they don't patrol nearly... Notice how they don't patrol nearly so heavy in Uptown even on the worst days? His audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pole as him, shuffles, coughs, and stares even harder at their phones. The woman looks at her knees and pulls at her shirt. I am embarrassing me right now. He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate he stepped off his soapbox, and the shoulders of everyone around him relax the centimeter. BRB, okay. Oh, now that's just... A woman with exhaustion in her eyes sighs at a hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm, while a round, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Ellen, walk around the block, get her some air, would you? Apparently this call can't wait, and it's louder than a garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am. I'd be glad to. The android punctuates its sentence with a sound halfway between a whir and a purr, which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seems to have been well received. Robots, holograms, androids, drones, coppers, if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze in the city without a dozen different ads offering you a handkerchief. There's a vocal minority that think they're the downfall of civilization, but for everyone else... You're too kind, ma'am. Thank you for your concern. It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. I want to actually check some of these terms. Automated dependent. Abbreviated as AD, oh okay, and referred to in common conversation as ad or ads. Automated dependent is a catch-all term encompassing robots, intelligent programs, interactive holograms, and androids. Ads are present both digitally and physically in every industry and nation on the planet, assisting in everything from data management to physical labor. In the mid-21st century, lobbyists pushed through new tax classifications to define intelligent machines that were neither salaried employees nor mere equipment. Because it afforded tax breaks and later tariffs, the term became so commonly used that it spread to all branches of the robotics industry. From which point it began to penetrate into everyday speech and pop culture. Okay. Some sociologists argue that the term owes its popularity not simply to its brevity and prevalence, but to its ability to draw a distinction between the commonplace, robots, androids, smart UIs, and the internationally illegal, artificial intelligences. Okay. Searching for this term may incur an account flag. Read more about how we cooperate, blah, blah, blah. Body modifications, aka mods, is a term that may refer to cybernetic prosthetics, artificial implants, neural enhancements, or any combination of the above. While body modifications have been seen throughout history and across a wide range of cultures, the modern body modification movement is differentiated by a shift from intrinsic factors, expression or identity, to extrinsic motivators, job opportunities, technological benefits, improvements in physical or mental ability. Interesting. Historically, mods have been classified based on which section of the user's spinal cord the interfacing occurs at. Thoracic, lumbar, or cervical. But this system does not account for mods which interact directly with the human brain. The increased prevalence of so-called above-the-neck modding in recent years has led to several corporations and medical organizations proposing their own new classification systems, but so far none have gained much traction. Okay. Copper, a derogatory word for automated dependents, particularly ones licensed by or operating under the authority of the state. Interested parties in the automated dependent industries have, on more than one occasion, lobbied for copper and other terms like it. Clanker, chrome dome, microchip breath, etc. to be classified as hate speech, arguing that anti-mechanical sentiment constitutes an expression of prejudice. Indeed. Were it considered a form of hate speech, incidents of destruction of corporate property where such terms were used in prior communications would qualify for additional severity and higher fines paid towards the damaged party. Under all but the most radical interpretations of hate speech law, however, prejudice can only be directed towards sentient living things. Oh, really? People, animals, or corporation? Corporation. Oh my god. If you feel that a corporation you know has been a victim of a hate crime, oh my god. You can report it at your confidential portal here. Huh. Yeah. One thing on that list is not like the others, indeed. People, animals, or corporations. Oh my god. Okay. What's going on here? Morgan! Look at her. Oh, she was born on Boxing Day. She likes trigonometry, rooftops, and bonfires. She dislikes sunburn, baths, and karaoke. Exercise by swimming. Hidden talent is baking. Body count. Oh my god. Wild. Okay, cool. Boop. Crosscott's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah? Have a good day, Morgan citizen. It's a bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing and people moving in click-clacking harmony, all smooth as clockwork. Were I in a worse mood, it would all be a bit much. But I went out... Oh, I went out last night. Tragedy. But I went out last night, so I'm feeling pretty refreshed this morning. That was weird. Okay. As I reach the other end of the street, I pivot lightly and give Automated Dependent Assistant Officer L30, Leo, my best impression of a salute. Thank you for your service. And of course, he creaks out a mirrored response. No sense of sarcasm, the poor bastards. But I didn't come all this way downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human history. No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm gonna buy a gun. Of the Devil, Episode 1. An idle mind. Alright. No staff around? But all the lights are on. Should I have knocked? Oh, hello. Sup? Desk personality setting 6. The cool one. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I've probably forgotten more about firearms than you've programmed to remember. I bet you can! I most recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? Business or pleasure? Neither. May I ask why looking to carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know. Assault with a deadly weapon, cruel intent, that kind of thing. Some of my clients live in very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to the lower wards for house visits can be... I see. You're a lawyer. So I guess you'd say I'm in the market for self-defense. We have a wide selection of options for self-defense and a variety of sizes and calibers with spread and PA fire options available. My bad. PA stands for pseudo-automatic. I know. But for concealed, it'd have to at least be small enough to... This will go a lot faster if I just tell the desk what I want. I'll be so patient. I want to see what happens. But walking in here and asking for a very specific model is gun nut behavior. I'm not trying to stand out. Some of the ones I test fired at the range left my shoulder sore for days. Do you have anything more discreet? Right, no problem. Electromagnetic pulse models feature minimal kickback with the highest accuracy. One targeted pulse of electricity can disable attackers at medium to short range, non-lethally and quietly. Sure, they're plenty quiet, but they also have piss-poor range. Even sustained fire won't do shit to any modder with insulation less than a few years old. Glorified tasers. Barely suitable as party favors for anxiety-stricken college kids. Well, hopefully not too quiet. I'd want someone to come running to my rescue. Of course. Would you like to take a look at our mag rails? Bullseye. We're proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest in miniatured ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force, which slings a slug fast enough to miss a limb at over 30 meters. What does miss mean? Like hack off? A slang term meaning to shoot or to kill. Okay. That originates from the bloody spray projected from a modern firearm's projectile makes contact with living tissue. A gun that size could miss a crowd from 100 meters, even if you weren't aiming. Cool. And it's safe. Of course, ma'am. My bad. Two-factor safeties with GPS and emergency services sync. It won't go off unless you want it to, and someone will definitely come running. All those convenient safety features make it incredibly easy for the police, or anyone who can dupe their tool set, to lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. Couldn't walk a piece like that down a single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. They're the very worst, most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect. How do we get started? Alright. Why does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Mercifully, it's tucked itself away while the fabricators get the gun tagged. I've got time to kill, so is there anything worth checking out around the shop? Whoa! This is new. Or did it move this much before? Okay. I could watch TV. I could read that. I'll read this. Someone left a data pad out here. What's in the news today? Gotta spend it to make it. Earn your first credit. Nice, I got an achievement. Lobo threatens Tetra with ransomware and vulgarity. The internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a cache of vital Keystone data files belonging to the Tetra Metallics Group, according to a press release from the mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross-posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivist, radical conservationist, and gentleman thief made clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owners at severe costs. Though the posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports, Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to a loose network of rogue data harbors. In addition to a sizable monetary ransom, Lobo put out a list of demands that spanned pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metal deposits around the equator. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Lobo's captured data impacted only their building services, but insisted that the corporation could not in good faith resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for rare earth metals surged following the hacking attack, as supply halted and demand rose, stoked by memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. A spokesperson for Mining is Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Lobo's repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Okay. Lobo again, or someone using their name. I suppose it doesn't matter if they're the original or not, as long as they're a genuine threat. And no one can snare a corporation as rich as Tetra without serious skills. It does seem consistent with Lobo's politics, making demands for, de-escalation. Right. Choose the proper takeaway for reading article. Yeah. It's not the first time Lobos voiced their displeasure with the decades-old simmer of conflict around the tropics. But unless the rare earth metals powering all our batteries and fueling all of our pretty little androids are suddenly made a lot less rare overnight, I doubt the state will stop taking an interest in these regions' politics anytime soon. Alright. Check this. Yeesh! Did I kill you to clean up a little? Guess the desk kindly asking customers not to litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay someone to sweep up. Wait, is this trash? This flyer, it's scannable? Stagnancy theory. Really? We get a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here? A stagnant world, modern man's plateau. Renowned net philosopher Corbin Cawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in his groundbreaking and controversial seminar. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark. Now it feels like a pipe dream. We used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, of artisans crafting virtual wonders that made the confines of our own reality seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all of their time and effort kicking the can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search engine optimization and customer experience design. The middle class, eaten alive by the rich they prop up, can no longer afford the very products they help create. Without mass consumer demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and powerful as possible. In stagnant waters, only parasites and disease grow aplenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. I return with a book! Yeah. A book. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Did you actually return with a book when you when you said BRB? And if so, what book? Unless you're referring to the fucking novels that I'm reading for this game. Great information, though. Or a state honeypot is gonna be paranoid. I better burn this shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. Oh, the boys love. Hell yeah. Nice. Well done. There's some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put any channel with content more political than the smiling micro apartment flippers. But this is a gun store after all. Power is always political. Hope it's good. Yeah, me too. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, what am I missing? Oh. I hate these kinds of screens. Gotta look at them with your nose turned up or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know, they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with this sort of thing. I can skim the headlines at least. Why the 12-6 work week gives us more free time than ever. The 12-6? Jesus. I'm 14 and I tried dating a smart UI. It made me the happiest I've ever been. How term limits are anti-democracy. Woof. Transfusion from warm androids saves Shoulder's life. Oh yeah, warm androids. That was the whole thing. That's one hell of a headline. If the Animate 16 wasn't selling well before, I'm sure by now it's... That's what I was thinking it was, Core 1. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week? Yeesh. Hey Benji! How's it going, friend? It's called The Metalhead Next Door. Oh, cool. Wait, how long has it been? Shouldn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. I'm sorry, we've received a breaking news story. We're seeking confirmation and yes, we have it confirmed. Lead programmer at Noble Electronics and famed designer of the Turing solution, Dr. David Asher, has passed. What? Oh. Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management system along with the Animate series of androids. Must be some kind of corporate propaganda tactic or... No, they wouldn't risk... Fake news? But why? Perhaps best known for his breakthroughs in the field of machine learning and language. Misinformation, maybe. Trying to... Authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Asher is dead? Oh. Including the popular Desk series of smart UIs. That's very sad. I didn't ask. Sorry, I just... Commands only. Understood. Oh, interesting. Will you be paying with cash or credit? Debit. 9:41 a.m., July 1st, 2086. The gun was light. Lighter than I expected. A real gun should always be heavy. Greater than the sum of its parts. One of the things I like about them, their weight. Like they're anchoring the world around them. Like they're a fixed point in time. Like everything else is just relative to them, either closer or further to the end. I would have liked something heavier during that walk back to my apartment. I would have liked to have something to feel far away from. Morgan's apartment. Didn't realize I was home until my hand was on the door. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Fumbling in my pocket for my lighter. Golden, polished, tastefully ergonomic, and fine and expensive. And a good lighter. It was a good gift. I kept the card, didn't I? There it is. To the only smoker in my life. I know gold's a bit much for your personal style, but they don't make a lot of these anymore. Believe it or not, the only other people who share your vice are stuffy old men with bad, expensive taste. Hope you can manage to get some use out of it anyway. Your friend, David. Oh, shit! That sucks. The news might have more information by now. Or not. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble, auto-edited montages, ill-fitting quotes. I should probably go through these too. Let's do Lobo. Oh, Lobo. The big bad wolf was here. For clearing out this cache of soy slop before it could clog your brain arteries any further, to whatever dumb as dishwater script kitty they yelled at to come fix this. A word of advice from your superior. I own that password suggestion algorithm. Want to resecure? Try this. Relax with your shoulders, stand up from your desk, take a deep breath, and then firebomb your own servers. Literally cheaper for you at this point. For the rest of you slack-jawed, screen lobotomites looking for a little excitement in their search history. Find a pig and rip their throat out. That'll teach you to run with the wolf. Lobo was king. We tried to process your request, but Lobo beat our ass till we ragdolled. Yeah, really. Oh my god. Oh, it actually says that at the top. I didn't... I didn't see that. That's very funny. Animate 16. The Animate 16 is the latest Android produced by Noble Electronics, and we think it's the greatest machine the world has ever seen. Boasting a battery life over 154 hours, which with patented soft-touch digitation, remarkable tenderness and sensitivity, and the uncanny charm you've come to expect from us, we're sure that your Animate 16 will be the best purchase you make this year, and you'll never want to go back out in the cold. Not interested in sponsored search results? Get a premium account. David Asher was a renowned computer scientist, user experience designer, industry leader, philanthropist, and lead programmer at Noble Electronics. He first received worldwide recognition from his postgraduate theses and Intelligent Programmatic Linguistic Weighting, a body of work which would come to be known as the Turing solution. Though he retained the original patent on the Turing solution for the rest of his life, he was famously unlitigious. By most industry expert estimates, the Turing solution exists in some form in 92% of active automated dependent source codes. David Asher's philanthropic efforts and invaluable skills placed him at the front and center of Noble Electronics' public image. Many consider him to be the unofficial face of the company, and his private life graced the tabloids and gossip sections of the net on many occasions. David Asher passed away on July 7th, 2086. Citation needed, yeah. Interesting indeed. This entry has received an unusually large number of suggested edits in the last 44 minutes, yeah. Examination of... Interesting. Was he murdered by his own corporation so they could claim his patent? Oh, for the Turing solution? He did retain the... Yeah. I can see that. That'd be interesting. Reading list. So, okay, so this is what I've already read, right? Yes. And Lobo demands ransom. Yes. David. Oh, hello, David. October 28th, lead programmer at Noble Electronics. Street food, crowds, fishing. Nice. Man after my own heart. Dislikes brain freeze, driving in lint. Custom designed by eyeglasses are custom designed by Fiamma. Okay. Shampoo, expensive. Sense of humor, unique. Yeah, if it's using like 92% of droids, it's gotta be worth huge money. This is true. Yeah. Absolutely. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble, auto-edited montages, ill-fitting quotes, reactions to the news from every micro-celebrity under the sun. Their raw, authentic emotion brought to you live from all the car seats and bathroom mirrors of the world. Interesting. But there's nothing about his death, not even a time window. Did he die this morning? Was he found dead in his bed? Has he been dead for days while Noble's just been waiting for the right time to let it leak? Did he die last night while I was out screwing around? A phone call? Better not be work-related. I'm not in the right mood. Whoa, you're cute. Oh, Morgan! Hey, thanks for picking up so fast. She's Jessica Starling, who asked me to call her. Hi, Jess. Listen, I need to... I've already seen the news. What? Oh, of course you have, duh. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just... With the company and their people and all the... What I mean is, if it were up to me, you would have been the first call I made. For a decision like that to be up to David's assistant, about 1,000 other Noble employees above her on the ladder would have to get axed, but it's alright, Jess. No one ever really knows what to do with these kinds of things. Still, I'm sorry you had to hear it from a stream, Chiron. What difference does it make how the information gets to me? I could have stumbled upon his corpse myself and I'd feel mostly the same. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to call anyway. Yeah. If I want more information, she's the best source I'm gonna get. Maybe for weeks. What to ask at a time like this? I'm supposed to express denial first, but she's probably short on time. And I don't feel like following the playbook to the letter right now. Morgan, can you tell me what happened? The police, they think that he took something. Suicide? And the police are already involved? They say it was some kind of poison or... God. Noble's got a lot of weight to bludgeon the state with, especially in this city. I think they keep the police at arm's length for at least a few days. Well, listen, Morgan, I need to ask something of you. Of course, Jess, whatever you need. Whatever you need? A bit much, but she's grieving. That's how people talk. It's not like my day was really salvageable anyway. I'd like to bring you up here to David's place. What do you mean? There's something I have to give you. You're not handling... Oh, sorry. You're not handling his will already, are you? If the police are involved, it'll be a while before... No, I'm sorry. It's not like that. Before he... No, please, don't hold back on my account. David asked me to get this into your hands. It wasn't work-related, but he asked me. I know I'm asking a lot here, but since this turned out to be the last thing he ever asked me to do, I'd like to get it done. I don't like showing up at a crime scene more often or more quickly than strictly necessary. And that's when I only have to worry about the police. With Noble looming over all this, security will be doubled and scrutiny tripled. This is too risky. There's no logical reason to agree to her request. Swing by my place with a cab, yeah? Besides my own morbid curiosity. Oh, right, of course. Thanks, Morgan, thank you. Wait! I almost forgot! What is it? You don't happen to have anything you could wear in black, do you? Girl? To the funeral we go. In transit. The autocab hums a synthesized purr as our on-ramp merges onto a canopy superhighway, steadily and suddenly all at once. Nothing much super about it, but it does cast one hell of a shadow. The canopy's always felt very arts and crafts to me. Cobbled together, always added onto, never finished, never planned. It's really taken a lot of time and effort to make. But the end result's still ugly. It feels like it could fall apart at any moment. You okay, Morgan? You look a little carsick. Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. But if I ignore her text now, she'll just send more later. I'm currently texting with the witch. Hey, Freckles. Saw your friend Asher on the news. Rip. Thank you. For trying to be sincere. Worth a shot! We all have our strengths. God damn, you're one passive-aggressive little girl. Why is all your filial piety going out the window whenever you talk to me? Filial piety doesn't work on you. You love yourself too much to appreciate respect. True, true, went the train. Oh my god. See, Freckles, you can be very insightful. When you aren't too busy side-eyeing the whole world. Wonder where I picked that up from. Not for me? I'm pretty sure you were born muttering insults under your breath. The nurses tried to make you cry and you responded by giving them self-esteem issues. Do you ever have dealings with Noble? 10 out of 10, shift in the combo. Settle as a car crash. Subtlety doesn't work on you either. Well, it might. If you were good at it, lol. This is me asking you for advice. Okay. I guess this never sunk in. Because you spent most of your apprenticeship asleep. My clients are all celebs. The rich and famous. I didn't have that many dealings with the Megs that owned their likenesses. Is it really that different? Plenty. Celebs don't like people seeing their dirty side. So they pay smart people like me to clean up their messes. But Megs don't like people seeing them at all, period. And also, Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to— whoa! Gross. Hard workers with a lot of stress to vent. Oh my god, stop. Do you have any actual help to offer? Truth be told, I did have this one run-in where I got something deep in corporate intrigue. Why? Because I got caught up the— oh my god. I've analyzed 45 poster girl. God damn it. Hard worker. A lot of stress to vent. Oh my god. Glad to know I can always reach out to you in my time of need. I'm gonna let that slide because I know you're in mourning. Look. Corporate types are all a bunch of paranoid drug addicts. Did Megs get defined earlier and I missed it? No, I don't. I can't check it. I don't think so. Huffing glue and playing roulette on their phones. While fantasizing about stabbing everyone else in the meeting and to death. So don't expect them to play nice just because Asher was your pal. My actual advice is, get whatever you're owed. And get out of there as fast as fuck, boy! That's a beautiful thought, Auntie. I mean it. Corporations prefer Viking funerals. What's a Viking funeral? A dignified ceremony where the body's sent out to sea on a boat. Then, they set everything on fire, sink the ashes to the bottom of the ocean. Try not to linger, Freckles. You don't want to be stuck on board when they start knocking their arrows. Thanks. What the hell was that about me sleeping on the job? I worked harder in one day than any of you Gen Alpha drunks did all week. Should've worked smarter, lol. And if you want to go there, you did literally fall asleep on the job. At the Christmas party. Dang. Sweet dreams. What is that? What is that? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? It's not even accurate. Work parties are still work, Freckles. I only had my eyes closed. Because all you old farts had your cameras flash on. Morgan? Something wrong? You're sweating. Just deleting some spam. Ugh, I've got a couple more minutes of crawling through the cannabis guts before we reach David's part of the city. Uptown, our better half. Gleaming opera houses and towering corporate apartments. Boutique shops with more cameras than customers. Penthouses stacked upon penthouses in a frantic climb to the top of the rat pile. All ringed in by restaurants with long wait times and small serving sizes. The joke is that uptown folks go most of the year without touching street level. Not much of a punchline there, it's basically true. By now, this whole block was swarmed with cops, themselves surrounded by media and all encircled by onlookers. I could try and enjoy these last few moments of calm, but if the storm's coming either way, I'd rather use the time to try and find my footing. Okay, now I can check. We just have profiles. So this is Jessica Starling. Oh, she's close to my birthday. She's an executive assistant at Noble Electronics. She likes dancing, buying shoes, reselling shoes. She dislikes hangovers. She dislikes soft mattresses. Machismo. Charm point, earnest smile. Relaxes by bar hopping in the lower ward. The best at reading the stock market. Victoria Masters. Okay. July 7th. Wait, depends on the time of day. Question mark? Lawyer to the rich and famous. Semi-retired. Handsome men, pretty women, expensive liquor. Nice. Icon. We like it. Dislikes clingy people, prudish people, flying commercial. The flying commercial? What? Jewelry, 24 karat. Age, difficult to verify. Smokes cigars. Death, 13. Cigarettes and other adult stuff. Okay. Actually, Jess, if you got a second, I was curious about... you and David. Only business class with Victoria. Yeah. Remind me, how many years did you and David work together? Oh, well, I started with the company about 4 years ago. They offered me a temp contract when I was graduating. I was put in HR right in the middle of a hiring burst, so I spent 2 months in the Warrens. Then an aptitude test got me fast-tracked to mid-low management. Sorry, Warrens? Oh, that's just what we called the company dorms back then, on account of all the... well, all the people. Ah. Plus, it was underground. Didn't see the sun that first month. My skin got so dry. Is that normal in your industry? Normal for everyone I've ever worked with. Except David, of course, but I mean, he was the best. Yeah. One Tuesday morning, Dr. David Asher walked right up to my desk like I had won the lotto. Said I should come work for him, Dr. David Asher, directly. On a random Tuesday morning, like it was nothing. He didn't like to do things on Mondays. Said people were always too tired to get anything done anyway. Yeah, that's right. He did say that. I should know by now, right? 3 years of arranging meetings and keeping him organized and occasionally straightening his tie. He was a good boss. He was a good guy. Yeah. When did you last speak with him? In person? Thursday. Thursday afternoon. When did he die? Do we know? Oh, Noble. Noble Electronics, better known as Noble Electronics or simply Noble's fastest growing automated dependent corporation on the globe. Noble spent most of the 21st century chasing consumer tech trends like wearable smart UI interfaces, only pivoting to Androids during the 2070s amidst the decade's economic upheaval. The corporation struggled to break through to the higher tiers of corporate power until David Asher revolutionized their products with his Turing solution and technological breakthroughs that followed. Oh, so they weren't even doing that well till he came on. In the years since, Noble has secured approximately a third of the automated dependent industry global market share. With their desk hologram interfaces and Animate series of upper middle class luxury androids, in particular helping them grow at a momentous pace. Noble's recent foray into biomechanical androids was initially met with skepticism when pre-orders lagged behind previous years' numbers, and the Animate 16 is projected to reap record profits for Noble over the next 8 quarters. Jeez. Alright. Anything else I can grab? Oh, okay. Thursday afternoon. The day before yesterday. Oh, okay. So it's Saturday. She said she last saw it Thursday, and the day before yesterday. Okay. He seemed normal. I mean, I didn't... We still don't really know anything, Jess. Oh, you're right, thanks. Thursday, the last time I saw him, that was when he asked me to meet with you. I'm guessing you've already been to his place? Yeah, it's a real mess over there. It's that bloody? Oh, God, no. Not that kind of mess. I just mean with the cops stacked on the media, stacked on the lawyers. Each of them with their own network of drones and all their droning. Very, it's a very high productivity atmosphere is what I mean. When were you able to get over there? Well, I got a call from legal late last night. They weren't exactly delicate in breaking the news to me. Last night? They said they needed my help sorting through all of his... Well, you know how he left things organized sometimes. It's been dead since last night and they kept it under wraps that long? Yeah. I know there are a lot of powerful people in the circles, but to stop it from leaking for over 12 hours? Yeah, jeez. Seems like more than just your typical powerful people trying to control the narrative. Seems more like there's something they're actively trying to suppress. So you found out last night? Right, last night. Oh God. I'm so sorry. I should have told you as soon as I found out. Really, it's alright. Did you see anything? No, I still haven't actually seen him at all. He was airlifted to the hospital ASAP, and that's where he passed, so... Well, I didn't get the impression the cops had been there that long. Not compared to the lawyers. They and the rest of the company people seemed pretty entrenched. Noble set up camp before the police even arrived. Indeed. Interesting. So, what time would that have been? I guess I got there around 9 o'clock p.m.? Yeah, because at 9:15 they switched my phone to silo mode, and I got locked out of everything but my work stuff. Oh, that's strange. Okay. Sent my last blot at 9:13, see? Gonna expire whoever put me in heels this morning. It me. They can do that to your phone? Lock you out of social media? Of course not. Well, unless I'm on the clock. Or off the clock, but on company property. Then they can remote all my tech, yeah. No convenience. That's fucked. So if I got in at 9 o'clock p.m., I guess the rest of the company people have been there since 8:30 p.m.? I hadn't been there much more than a few minutes before the mood changed. Word about the hospital declaring him dead had started to leak. Let's see. He died after he reached the hospital? That's unexpected. 2086 might be in trouble if you get stuck in bureaucratic purgatory when you need to be in the emergency room, but other than that, if you reach the hospital alive, a good doctor can stabilize most any patients within a few moments. And Noble Electronics' lead programmer would have a very good doctor. What the hell happened? Is she mistaken? Was he just not officially declared dead until reaching the hospital for some reason? Or... Hard to think about that, I know. Yeah. Or hard to believe. Jess, I have to wonder. What kind of request did David make of you that it couldn't wait a few more days? Oh, right, of course. Whew. He asked me to give you something. Something? She's trying to build suspense? Right, it's just, well... I don't know exactly what it is. You have no idea? He asked me to give you the contents of his safe. Are we headed to the bank then? No, see, he has this private safe in his basement. Maybe you've seen it? Well, I say safe, but it might be more accurate to call it a storage locker or a false wall. And all that he told you was that he wanted me to have what's inside? Right, he was very clear about that part. Your eyes only, straight into your hands. Handle it in person, he said. Strange. This is all pretty analog for someone as technically gifted as David. Coming from anyone else, I'd call it paranoid. But David was never paranoid. Even when he had every right to be. If he wanted this handled a certain way, it must be for a good reason. Dear old David definitely knew he was gonna die. Indeed. Maybe he was threatened. His life was threatened or something. I saw that headline, by the way, the one where your warm android saved that soldier's life. Oh yeah! Pretty feel-good, don't you think? So folks at the company must have been in high spirits lately, I take it. That's what I thought when I first heard about it, but I don't know. Maybe upper management's never happy? Because they're still riding sales harder than ever, pushing the traditional consumer markets. I thought they'd start building a pitch for Congress at the day the story dropped. A big patriotic campaign telling everyone why we need a contract for warm androids in the military. But I haven't heard about them moving staff around or anything like that. Maybe it's all above my pay grade. All the corporate power and money in the world, and they're still such joyless assholes that they won't even celebrate their victories. So, David asked you to do this on Thursday, correct? Yeah, Thursday. And he passed last night. Friday. Oh yeah, he knew. Yeah. Wait, you don't think that when we met, he'd already decided... It's not healthy to speculate on that sort of thing. More importantly, it's not helpful. The dead don't have anything to offer the living. I should know. You're probably right. Besides, we'll need to focus... Judging by the size of the crowd I'm looking at, looks like we're about to jump into the thick of it. Okay. Noble Employee Housing Building. Placia. Property. I thought there were a lot of police here before. Maybe too late to ask, but you're not bad with crowds, are you, Morgan? She's kidding, right? It's downright airy in here compared to what we just waded through. Wide eyes and clenched fists, heads peeking over shoulders and around signs. Police, both mechanical and warm-blooded, closing ranks with holograms and quick-set wires to draw a severe perimeter. While protesters, mourners, fanatics, and busybodies shuffle around to the edge of the police line, the heat of their panicked anxiety washing over. Who the hell were all these people? What? Well, there's always been people with strong feelings about our products. Android stepped forward into the mob, gently, firmly, unfeelingly parting the human tide. Most of them with official police branding, but a few remotely deputized consumer models emerged from the crowd to join them. All of them built by Noble. All of them built from David's code. All of them standing vigil outside his tomb. This is all technically company property, isn't it? Yep, David had the penthouse all to himself, but every other floor's tenants are Noble employees too. Not an uncommon arrangement in Uptown. Work at Noble, rent from Noble. Wave hello to your Noble neighbor in the morning, and make sure to request a spot in line at the official company crematorium. They don't actually do that last part, I think. Does Noble handle employee funerary arrangements? Yeah, it's a pretty standard benefit, actually. It's cheap for them compared to dental. But Noble's always been generous with benefits. Work hard and the company will have you set for life. Ooh, and after. Oh. Both the state and Noble have gotten themselves entrenched here in the lobby. Security and damage control and PR liability. Everybody just glad to be working. I'm feeling a little overstimulated. Any chance we can just skip all these checkpoints? No, absolutely not. So who do we need permission from? The cops or the company? My request went through, so we should have the go-ahead from both at this point. We won't need to go into the actual, is it still called a crime scene? It's not technically a crime? I don't want to think about how many suits Noble's paying to debate that question right this very instant. Yeah, I can't just assume. David's vault is in the penthouse's basement. We can't get to it from these ground floor elevators. I'll have to ride straight up to the rooftop veranda, walk into his front door, and then head down. Jess says we can do all that with stumbling across where he died, then... Okay, so if we just flash my ID card at any problem that comes up, including him... Oh, shit, it's London. Hey, dude. Hey, ladies. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're at capacity at the moment. Let anyone else buy and won't be able to maintain. Huh. You're that lawyer. Morgan. You got me, detective. How long's it been? Feels like it's been ages. Oh dear, still not so bitter about our last encounter, I hope.
I'll live.
I don't see the spunky one around. She taking a mental health day to preserve that unflappable charm?
Detective Reyes is around. Why? You miss her that bad?
I've had blind pimples that were more endearing.
Damn.
You two know each other? Jess Starling, meet homicide detective Kasim London. It's a pleasure, miss.
Sorry, it's a pleasure, miss.
Oh, likewise. As you might have guessed, the detective and I are acquainted. Comes with a lot of work.
Morgan's being honest, sweetheart. We're practically blood.
Oh, wow. Me? Sweetheart?
Damn, detective? Just laying on the moves? Why?
Something wrong, Starling? Huh? No, nothing's wrong.
But close as we are, I still can't just let her walk in on the off the street and onto the scene of an ongoing investigation. Even Noble's lawyers have to play by the rules today.
Play by the rules? So there is a game afoot. What makes you assume I'm here in a professional capacity?
You're a criminal defense attorney and we're at a crime scene. Call it an old man's intuition.
Good detectives don't rely on intuition, though, do they? They rely on evidence.
Oh, I don't rely on it, don't worry. I just need to lean on it every now and then, when my back acts up.
Oh, cool.
Guy gets a bit of gray in his hair and he thinks it's a free pass to act like a goddamn cowboy.
Well, I'm afraid your intuition is off this morning, detective. I'm here on a private matter.
The deceased wasn't your client.
No, that would have been a conflict of interest.
Conflict of... Oh, you two knew each other. I see. In that case, allow me to give you my condolences. I don't think the detective meant to lay on the moves. I would hope not!
Thank you. But what I could really use is a bit of your help.
Sure, rally fast.
Jess? Right. We have this clearance here, detective, sir, from legal, which allows us...
That's alright, little lady. I trust you. You can leave the paperwork holstered for now.
Little lady? We aren't here for David, really. We won't be setting foot anywhere near your staging area, detective.
Alright, why not?
How generous.
I can afford to be generous today, because if I screw up...
He gestures to the lobby full of suits and cops.
Plenty of folks at hand ready to pick up the slack.
Well, if you're that at ease, perhaps I can take this time to ask you a few questions.
Hey, you can always ask, Tiger. I think you understand what I mean when I say whether or not I can answer is not entirely up to me.
Alright, you looking tired. You're looking a bit haggard. How long have you been here, anyway?
Since this morning. But civilized folks don't call it morning when the streetlights are on.
Even if you got around here at 1 or 2 in the morning? That still means homicide wasn't brought up until hours after Noble had the lay of the land. Sounds like you could use a break.
I could use a retirement package. Hey, you're a lawyer, right?
According to all my business cards.
Think I can sue for elder abuse?
Not that kind of lawyer, sorry.
You would lose, though. I already regret asking.
Why have they got a homicide detective losing sleep over this anyway?
A man is dead, and he wasn't killed by fire, a vehicle, organized criminals, or disinformation.
As far as we know.
So at the moment, homicide's technically not the worst fit. But we're leading in name only. High-profile death like this, everyone's got an eye on us. And a hand placed firmly on the back of our neck.
I've been checking my phone, but the only thing that news seemed to agree on is that David passed away.
Oh, sorry, but if you're asking for details...
No, thank you. For not letting me make this into a parade. Yet.
We do our best to respect the privacy of anyone involved with an ongoing investigation.
I declined to say victim. Detective. Dr. Asher was a close friend of mine for many years. Yeah, he trusted Morgan more than anyone. Can you tell me if he killed himself?
It looks like that's the case. I don't believe it for a goddamn second.
I see. Thank you for telling me that. Dr. Ash.
Yeah, you're, well, sorry.
Another round of guarded words. David was an important man, and it has only been a few hours. But all this tiptoeing gives me the feeling that whatever happened to David, it wasn't cut and dry. Collaborating. You boys and Noble all getting along with each other? Sharing your toys?
Some of the younger ones are bristling, but I always play well with the others, Counselor.
And how well do the Megs play with you? Oh, now we have it. What are they? Derogatory slam for mega corporation or an employee of one. Meg is a derogatory and hateful term used to refer to so-called mega corporations or anyone who works for them. There are numerous unverified explanations. Ah, yes, for how the term originated. Some say it is a natural evolution from the slang word shark, which was used to refer to ruthless individuals or businessmen in the late 20th century. Others claim that Meg was originally short for Megan, a sort of archetypal individual that defunded the contributions and corporations have made to society. Nice. Or sorry, defended. There we go. Check out our auto censor tools that replace harmful words like Meg with family-friendly alternatives like job creator or patriot.
Oh my god, really? Phenomenal.
Oh, London. I suspected it might mean megacore, but I was really confused when it was in context that clearly implied personhood affair. Yeah. He dislikes touchscreens, white rum. He's good at coming up with nicknames, and he's bad at remembering birthdays.
And how well do the Megs play with you? They give you full access to building security? They've given us access to, and they say it's full. Some big penumbra system. Top of the line coverage, top to bottom of the building. Size of the data stream's torrential. It'll be a while before we can start making sense of it all.
A more conspiratorial man might think that was intentional.
They'll bury us in data and hope we're too swamped to find whatever they're trying to hide. Maybe.
Wait, they give you full access to the penumbra? But that means every android in the building is feeding you their full spectrum.
You know your stuff.
Really?
The penumbra pulls data from any androids connected to a building's net. But that's not much help since
there weren't any androids in the penthouse. Oh, right.
You know, I'd heard the rumors. Never put much stock in them, but it's true. Asher really never owned a single android? Really? Okay.
Never.
Well, I suppose I might do the same if I was the genius who programmed them all. Every time they open their mouths, it'd just be...
His own lip service refracted 1,000 times over, echoing back at him from behind a mask he carved. So that means you'll all have to investigate... So that means all you'll have to investigate with are the penthouse's security cameras.
Yeah, but that should be more than enough to wrap up a case like this. In a good way, I mean. We're very much on top of this, ladies.
Controversy. David was one of the biggest names in tech. He was the face of Noble Electronics. One could argue androids are only as common as they are today because of his contributions to the field.
Some people feel that way, sure.
So, do you think anyone would want to hurt him because of that?
Remind me, which one of us is the detective again?
You really won't let me pick your brain?
You already know the answer. Yeah, ads are controversial, androids especially.
We at Noble are aware that our products are sometimes the subject of heated debate, but...
No need to quote the handbook at us, miss. Truth be told, I've never really understood the hate.
It's not that complicated, is it? How many people have lost a job to an ad at least once in their career?
Every last one of them lost their jobs because their bosses, their flesh and blood bosses, fired them. Now, ads are just a symptom. Scratch that. Ads are just a product. Getting mad at them is pointless. And vandalizing them is less than pointless, because unlike us, they're all insured.
And besides, Android production has surged over the last decade to become one of the nation's biggest exports.
True. Nice to have at least one thing we make in this country.
That's right. Noble only outsources the production of a small handful of internal components. Every other part of the manufacturing process is profoundly done right here at home. I somehow doubt everyone considers the specifics of Noble's supply chain to be a point of national pride. But you don't need a political science degree to see how much the state values Noble's contributions to the national economy.
Alright, now listen. I don't mind being helpful, and I'm trying to be sensitive here. But we really do have a lot on our hands at the moment. So I'm gonna have to ask you to be discreet and ideally fast.
Well, our business, it's just in the basement. David's basement.
But the penthouse on the top floor, the roof. So its basement would be...
Second to last floor if you want to be technical, detective. The point is, we don't need to go into the kitchen or the parlor. We'll go straight back to his workshop and then head downstairs. The kitchen and the parlor.
I understand. But all the same, I'd like to escort you two ladies there myself.
Wow, an escort, like royalty. Isn't he a gentleman? Huh? Yeah, he's... Lead the way, detective.
Man, she got it bad.
True to his word, London ushered us past the chattering suits and humming drones, through the checkpoints and into the elevator. As it climbed into the sky, we got a good look at the growing throng of people gathered outside. And its shifting makeup.
Jess is definitely a deer in the headlights. Oh yeah.
Get out of here, bot. Get the heck out of here.
There we go.
And its shifting makeup. Seems like it's mostly protesters now. Or worse, brand loyalists. Idiots led around by the nose their whole life, following the musk of whatever trend is laid out before them each morning. Today's trial, having led them here for half reasons, they couldn't put it into words even if their lives depended on it. They're like insects. Line number 00654. Interesting. And they look like them from up here. They're probably already preparing their spin. The Misunderstanding Genius of Dr. David Asher, a video essay in 5 parts. Why the company insisted on cultivating such a following of him, I'll never understand. They could have easily pinned his achievements on someone more marketable. Some random photogenic employee, or a fashion model with glasses. David wouldn't have minded. Never wanted the attention or the chaos. Maybe it's as simple as bad luck. He just happens to have the right look for the part. Man buried in his work with his eyes fixed ahead. Damn.
This is... what? His laboratory?
His shop, he called it.
How down to earth.
It's messy in here. David was always disorganized. Why a programmer needed to make such a mess just to run tests on computers, I'll never... But sloppy as he could be, he didn't like it when other people saw it. If he was leaving things like this, he must not have entertained any guests down here in some kind. Thanks for all your help, Detective London.
Don't mention it. What, you want me to step out?
We won't take long.
Not lacking for boldness, are you? Look, I have to take a phone call.
We'll be in and out as soon as possible, promise. And whatever Dr. Ash wanted set aside for his foundation, we'll be sure to flag it.
Right. At least she's already wearing gloves.
If we find a dead body, you'll be our first call. Morgan, what was that stuff about this foundation?
Dr. Ash's charity has always been managed by an outside group.
You haven't spent a whole lot of time around crime scenes, have you? Actually, this is my first.
Well, generally speaking, it's not really common to retrieve things from the prisoners while the cops are still searching for them.
Oh. Oh!
Look, if David had something to give to me, we can go get it. We can just make a ton of noise about it, understand?
Of course. Great. After you. Right. Quiet as a church house.
A church house? The phrase is quiet as a church mouse, but...
Oh dear. Oh, caught myself. I'm okay, I'm okay. But now doesn't seem like the time to correct her.
Oh, yawning. Maybe.
David's shop was a mess, but the mess felt familiar. It was very David. Coming down here, I barely recognized the place. For starters, it's a goddamn gym. David hated exercise. Always claimed he didn't have the time for it. Even when I got him that treadmill and the subscription for the personal coaching program with a scheduling subroutine, he said he couldn't find the time. And even when I explained to him that the program accounted for that and adapted to his schedule, he still... Morgan? What's up? You're smiling. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Just surprised me to see the place renovated. Yeah, he actually had me on a mail tag with a couple contractors a while back. I never thought I had to learn so much about concrete and wiring and marble. Did you know marble needs to be treated or else indoor air will start to corrode it? I didn't know that. Is that true? Wait, is it not? But her guide told me that without an epoxy finish, the entire bar table could... Is that the vault over there, huh? Then? Yeah, stands out, I guess. Nervous? What's that? Oh, a little, I guess. But the inhaler helps mostly, so... Oh, Jess. Oh, sweet baby. Happy Satanic Day! Happy Satan Day, Guru. How are you? Aren't you gonna open it? Open it? Don't you know the combination? Oh my god, really? No, I do not know the combination to David's basement vault. Oh. Oh! Oh, no, oh no, oh no. How could I? He didn't tell you? Or give you the code? Or... He gave me the code to get into the building. And the parking garage. But not the code to whatever this is. Okay. You know, there was a lot of scattered papers back in his shop. Hi, everybody. I'm dead tired. Work was intense. Oh, it's Satan Day because I'm playing Of the Devil. That's what I assume. That is what I assumed. It was just a little joke. Hope you'll be able to get some nice rest then. I agree. Oh, well, the U.S. president is speaking right now. Also, my CEO just had to resign, so I think it's a good mix of good and bad satanic activity. Damn. Yeah. I'm sure there's been a lot of talks between Trudeau and Trump recently. Canada and U.S. I think the tariffs supposedly got imposed today. I don't actually... It's hard to fucking follow this news about the tariffs. They're like, hey, we're gonna do it. Hey, we're not. Hey, we're gonna threaten this. Okay, so maybe we won't do it. Well, maybe we'll do it. It's like, They have? Okay. I know there was that delay for a while that Trudeau basically bought. So we'll see how that affects us. I'm gonna check back in next week. Yeah. I'm sure someone somewhere is shipping the two and calling them True Dump. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'll probably be going grocery shopping. I assume it affects food and stuff. I'm sure I'll notice things are up in price and I'll be like, that's bullshit. Time to buy as much Canadian stuff as I can. Anyway, Satan Game. Yes, I need to take a drink first. Okay. Could he have left you a note on one of them? Yes. Yes, he could have. He would have. In fact, I think he probably did. You just stay right here, Morgan. I'll have this settled in just a sec. How's the game so far? It's good. It's an interesting. They've presented us with an interesting case. The idea here basically is that Morgan, our character, she was friends with this David Asher, this Dr. David Asher, who worked for an AI, or not AI, like a technology and robotics firm / company. And he developed or he had a patent for this like Turing solution that is in all of the robotics that are like made by this company. And so apparently yesterday he died. And the news is like just getting out. So like today. So it was kept on the hush-hush for about 12 hours. And Morgan knew David. They were they were friends. And so there's a bit of a personal involvement here. And she's just trying to find out what happened. And our friend Jess here is asking, is saying like, hey, David said that he left something in his safe to you, and here we are, we're at the safe, but we can't get in because there's a code that David didn't give us. But there might be this code in the papers on his disk. So, we are investigating a suicide that's definitely not a suicide. Yes. The papers are suggesting, oh, we suicided, but then there's a lot of shifty information around, like, well, now that he's passed, he no longer has the patent that he held that was for the Turing solution. So Corbin and I are thinking he was moided for his for his big money making Turing solution. Me reading Coldfire's message. Oh, gotcha. I'm loving the art. Oh, it's so good. I really like the art style in this. Sounds good. Right then. Well, it's definitely locked. Looks like it's a Tethys Basics Sturdicare anti-hack, anti-digital, high-rated code panel. What a fucking... What? Tethys. Showing results for Tethys Electronic Shipping, LLC. Tethys is the largest online shopping and consumer shipping corporation on Earth. Okay. And a dominant economic force that frequently courts controversy by skirting monopoly and labor law in every nation in which it operates. So Amazon. And yes, we really do have everything for sale, so ditch this lame-o search engine and head over for your online store to find what you're really looking for, hot stuff. Interesting. Not interested in sponsorships? Give it to you. Premium account. Okay, the Tethys system. Nothing basic about it, but at least I can see the password's limited to 6 characters. Only 1 million possible combinations. Ooh. So I could try it. I could say, screw that. Maybe I'll get lucky. 6 letter? Some chances, but what the hell? Why shouldn't I give it a shot? I'm gonna try my birthday. Nothing's happening. Alright, that was done. I don't really want to dwell on why I thought that could work. I'm gonna forget it. There's a different terminal over here. Damn it, I thought I could get in. I should have saved. Fuck. It's fine. I should actually put a save in. There we go. There's a different terminal over here. Cotter Security Systems, according to the label. Maybe it controls the whole room? I watched a documentary about really bad stuff, says Guru, and the sheriff barged into the home and encountered a locked, protected safe room. He asked the owner. Owner lied and said that she forgot the code. Hours later, he decided to try 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It opened. Oh my god, really? Yeesh. Damn, it's password protected too. And the code's 64 digits long? What's the point of a camera system that's harder to crack than your literal vault, you egghead? Okay, yeah, programmer probably would care more about his IoT than whatever he can fit in a safety deposit box. What is an IoT? Internet of Things refers to the networked data sharing that goes on between all the countless electronics that we monitor ourselves with. Phones, computers, security... Oh yeah, you were... People... I think, Corwin, you were telling me this is a thing. I just hadn't heard of it before. Phones, computers, security systems, biofeedback devices, body modifications and prosthetics, and of course, automated dependents. All comprise small but vital parts of this network. Without IoTs, and maybe it was Guru. Yeah? Okay, no, it was Core. Okay. Without IoT's ability to collect, process, and share information, massive opportunity costs build up as individuals, governments, and private businesses miss out on the valuable insight that data has to offer. One of the coolest ways that IoT improves our lives is through the usage of crumbs, small packets of data containing your own unique identifying information. Throughout your day, as your IoT devices say hi to other devices, they leave behind crumbs as a parting gift. Crumbs allow for paperless identification and payment and help the government manage human and vehicular traffic. Crumbs let you see where you've been so you can see where you should go. Want to start leaving crumbs right away? Don't worry, crumbs are enabled by default. I think it was during the episode 0 stream, actually. Yes, you had mentioned that. Because I remember they bring it up they brought it up in the game. Guess it's the 6-digit vault or nothing. But I'm a lawyer, not a lockpick. Whatever other felonies I get up to in my private time, I've never pulled off a bank heist before. Who needs privacy? Only 12 got here is my head. So what do I know? I know whatever David put in the safe, he wanted it to be kept secure. I also know that he wanted me to have it. So maybe he thought ahead. Maybe it's his patent. Maybe it's a digital form of his patent. Just like, hey, I hereby rescind, I transfer my ownership of my patent to her. Maybe he guarded it in such a way that I would be the only one who could get into it. David liked games. He really liked beating me. So if he's left one last puzzle for me, I don't mind going another round. Ooh, okay. Ooh, Jesus. We got a lot going on here. Okay. Let's look at these. This must be a spare liquor cabinet. Damn, there's a lot of good stuff in here. And a lot of bottom shelf swill. Kind of bargain bin vodka and nose burner whiskey that's only an underground programmer could love. Nostalgia sweet like that. Overpowering. 1 part per million can cover up even the cheapest aftertaste. Okay. David's wine collection. Still towering over the room. I don't know why he'd buy so many bottles. He didn't even particularly like the stuff. Maybe just to fill out all these shelves? But not all the bottles are untouched. Oh, some of them are open? Some of them don't have dust on them at all. There's a mechanism for retrieving bottles off the rack. The latest bottle chosen was a Murder Camp 81. Could be significant. Except vintages only list the year they were bottled, not the month or the day. It's not enough digits for the code. Okay. That all that's on this side? Yes. Okay. Let's look at his workout gear. Taking a closer look, this is a pretty serious looking set of resistance training equipment. And those weights, they're all set near the max. If Noble hadn't appointed him a nutritionist along with a stylist, David would be downright scrawny. There's no way he was putting up these numbers. In which case, the digits on weights could be a clue. There's too many. I can't guess the order. So what the hell, Asher? You just set all the weights to max because it looked more neat? Oh, here we go. It's a very big painting. Very nice. Very colorful. And it's, Impressionist. No, Cubicle. Cubist, which is still incorrect. I was gonna say, no, it's not. It's not there. Cubicle? Oh my god. Cubist. That's phenomenal. Yeah, cubicle. That sounds right. It is not. Oh, that might be my favorite joke so far. That's real good. Whatever its style, I do remember that David liked this painting. Tell me more about the painting. Predator/Predator. Okay. Is an oil painting by the mid-21st century neo-abstract expressionist Mads Hestrup. Love the notes from the editor. I'm back again. Aw, you missed like the best joke, Artichoke. It was so good. Welcome back, by the way. Finished the book. How was it? Was it good? I hope you liked it. No! She was looking at a painting and she was like, what is this? Like, what the style of art? Is it Impressionist? No, it's cubicle. And then there was a little asterisk at the end of cubicle, and the asterisk, another one, showed up in the top right corner of the screen as if it was like a note from the editor, and it was like, it is cubist, which is also wrong. And then she's like, cubicle, that sounds right. And the next note says, it is not. It was really good. It was fucking amazing. I wanted to cry, smile, laugh, and I want more, but it's a solo story. Cubicle, lol. And next to the painting, my favorite impression comedian. That's cute. Can you remind me of the name of it, by the way? I tend to like looking into like solo stories a lot more. Just because I don't necessarily have the... I don't often collect big series anymore, but I do like one-shots. I tend to look for those when I'm, like, reading manga or graphic novels or just stories in general. But I don't mind the occasional series, I just have to get into it, you know? Okay, oil and canvas painting by the mid-21st century neo-abstract expressionist Mads Hestrup. Arguably his most well-known work, it was displayed in the Krullerheim Center d'Art Moderne, for 9 months. Before Hesthorpe entered the premises on 11/20. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that might be the code. 11/25/58. And used a hunting knife to cut the singular mass of canvas into 3 separate pieces. When asked for comment, Hesthorpe replied, "My works are not complete until they have been signed." Okay. The Metalhead Next Door by Mamita. Okay, I'll remember that. I read a few years ago a story about a trans lesbian kid stealing a car to run away from home or something. Crazy graphic novel. Oh, cool. Okay, 11/25/58. Let's try that. If there was a date on it, that could be a 6-digit password, but I don't see one anywhere. Maybe signing your work was considered gauche amongst the cubicleists? 11... Oh, fuck, I already forgot it. 11/25/58? Is that... Did I fuck it up again? Where's the... Here it is. 11/25/58, okay. Excuse me. Can I try it now? No? Maybe I have to look at everything and I just missed some stuff. Oh, check. There's a fucking crack in the floor. Didn't even look at that. This flooring's a new addition. Looks rough like sandpaper, but it's bouncy, rubberized. Thank you, Corwin. Feels like something you drag your feet on at the gym or on a factory floor. It's cracked? It's more high performance than high class. Expensive, but not in the way you'd expect for a penthouse. Wait, well, scratch that. It's actually cracked here. Rubber doesn't break, it bends. That's the thing. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make sense for a gym floor. So someone must have cheaped out during the installation, left a defect in. That, or David left a jackhammer on overnight. Alright, I've searched the whole room now. Time to make her a break. Alright. 11/25/58. 11/25/58. The date the painting was signed. A password that is and isn't left in plain sight. Or liquid nitrogen? Perhaps. Yeah, he just decided, you know what? I don't like this flooring anymore. I'm gonna just glob a bunch of liquid nitrogen all over it. Just have it on hand. Nice one. Hey, Morgan, What? How did you get it open? What is that? I turned back around just in time to see a door finish swing open with mechanical grace, revealing a dead body. Ooh, a pretty lady. Or a pretty person. Hello. A girl. With a barcode emblazoned across her temple. Oh, interesting. Required by law to be plainly visible. It's an android, clearly marked as such. And yet, even standing this close, I could swear it's... snoring? I stepped forward and placed the back of my wrist on the android's brow. Warm. It's a warm body, or whatever they're called. Do we have one of those? I can't remember. In, like, I think we mentioned it in the Animate 16. Automated dependent? No, they list the warm bodies, right? Warm androids or whatever the fuck. Maybe they don't. What about... Yeah. This was a new one, Animate 16. Here's machine boasting battery life of soft touch, digitation. So maybe it feels warm. So maybe she's an Animate 16. Maybe she's one of the warm androids, because they're the ones that like seem a little more human than the other ones, because they have like a body temperature. The uncanny turn can expect from us. Make sure that your Animate 16 be your best purchase you'd ever make, and you'll never want to go back out in the cold. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's what it is. I think warm bodies is correct. Yeah, okay. Scans barcode. Cost 3 for $19.99. I was thinking he was disposing of something or breaking a lock with liquid nitrogen and he dropped it. Oh, I got you. Oh. I don't have to check this shit. I just gotta keep going with the dialogue. It must be a prototype for the Animate 16. Or maybe a prototype for the 17 or 18? A biomechanical android with real human flesh. I'm sorry. Biomechanical, yes. but it's organic flesh, not human. Oh. Like different, like, tissues? They're grown from lax Gemini cultures. From the what? But the... sorry, I misspoke. Right, understandable since... You seem surprised, Jess. Hasn't Noble been working on warm androids like this one for a few years now? Tell me more about warm androids. Warm is currently the most widely used term used to describe androids, robots specifically designed to emulate a human likeness that feature organic flesh in some capacity. While the concept has been experimented with in the robotics industry for decades, Noble Electronics, yeah, they were the ones who are, like, spearheading this. Recent foray into warm manufacturing with their Animate 16 model represents a huge leap forward that many analysts agree is a signal of widespread adoption to come. Though the specifics of how Noble's warm androids are manufactured and integrated remain a fiercely guarded industry secret, it is generally understood through marketing materials and user maintenance documents that warm androids will require oxygen, water, and periodic organic sustenance in addition to wireless charging. Okay. Need a refill? Warm androids supplementals are available for purchase through the Noble shop. If your warm android doesn't receive sufficiently frequent supplementals, or is repeatedly deprived of water, they may shut down most functions in order to preserve emergency power. If this happens, you can regain access to your warm android once your order of supplementals has been confirmed as paid. It's also non-GMO skin, but processed on a line that may contain gluten. Oh no! I'm deadly allergic. I do really like the ability to check your files mid-action. What do they mean by warm? So, they mean that, so the warm androids are the ones that have organic matter, like skin. And I think that they do, like they're like physically actually warm, like they feel like warm-bodied compared to just the cold steel. Yeah, they're saying she's kind of hot but not super sexy. Yeah, warm is just fleshy. Yeah, because they call the other androids cold. So that's what I'm thinking, and we'll probably go into it more in this conversation. It is nice that we can check those check files mid-conversation though. It's real nice. I agree. Warm androids like this one? I mean, yes, we have. Sorry, it's just that this particular model is very, it's very cutting edge. Bleeding edge, judging by the flesh in those cheeks. I think it's safe to say that we found what we're looking for. I think so, too. This presents a problem, though. Oh, do you not, approve? I've got nothing against androids. My concern is a bit more immediate and, well, practical. Practical? I don't know how to turn it on. Fair enough. Do you see a switch or something? Oh no, are we gonna go Chobits? All of a sudden? Oh no. Do you? Can we, turn it around, or... I poked the android's ribs. Little less give than I expected, given its frame, but their rigidity is remarkably lifelike. Where's VT Levs when you need him? Oh no! Oh no. Flip switch, but doesn't realize the switch is for lesbianism! Okay. I place my hand on the shoulder and give it a shake! It doesn't budge. This thing has to weigh more than... Oh, right. Androids mostly transport themselves, so people are always surprised to find out they're a bit heavier than they look. A bed? Surprised the whole room isn't slanted. This android's a fucking tank! There's no way in hell we're moving this thing without waking it up. Oh, crap. There's the vault. Now this. I was able to guess the combination just by poking around. Compared to that, finding this hunk of junk's power switch should be child's play. I think I know where to start. Jess, I'm gonna step back into the lab for a moment, okay? Huh? Oh, sure. I'll, there's gotta be a manual around here. Good idea. Might be some kind of prototype, but it's still got a barcode. Maybe you can scan its GIN number and find something in the company files? Yeah, of course. All generic ID numbers should be paired with industry standard files on maintenance, tracking, power requirements. I somehow doubt that the enigmatic android taking a catnap in a sarcophagus in David Asher's basement will have a user manual. But it can't hurt for her to try, and... Ooh. Oh, I'm okay. Broke a heel, but I'm okay. I carry glue. Oh, no. Let me just check this real quick. The generic identification number is a string of numerals typically encoded into a barcode that labels an automated dependent. Early on in the automated dependent industrial revolution, concerns about the lessening gap between man and machine led governments to pass laws mandating that all ads clearly identify themselves as such, to counteract rampant disinformation and identify theft campaigns. Manufacturers responded by sorry, I'm distracted by the movement in the corner, and I don't know, I haven't noticed it before. Anyway, sorry, just on the phone. Manufacturers responded by stamping the GIN code onto android bodies, most commonly on the cheek above the collarbone or on the back of the hand. So, not in any of those. Some companies placed the GIN on the wrist, but this quickly incurred backlash. Oh. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Concerns about automated dependents impersonating humans have dropped precipitously since then, and now the GIN has instead taken on a new life as a cultural icon, as powerful and easily recognizable as any corporation's logo. Fake GIN barcodes, or fins, are one of the most commonly requested tattoos. The vast majority of reputable parlors will draw a line through the barcode once finished to avoid breaking identity law, though there are some clients who care little about the consequences. MMA fighter Samli Paka infamously sports a GIN tattoo across his right knuckles and makes a show of signing a check to pay the fine for displaying a false GIN on an international broadcast every time he enters the ring. Oh my god. That's so funny. Holy shit. Oh. Reminds me of the effects that they do in Ghost in the Shell when the Major elegantly jumps and gracefully lands but creates a decent crater. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I'd rather search the lab by myself. Now then, if I were David, and I wanted to make sure that only one person would be able to walk out of here with that android, how would I set that up? These appear to be holding tanks for, something. How should I know? No labels on anything. Typical for a genius. But a nightmare for anyone trying to pick up after them. It's a lot more hard science than I expected in here. Centrifuges and glass and microscopes. Don't programmers do all their work with a keyboard? Alright, haven't seen one since college. This must be a 3D printer. Of some sort. Feels expensive enough to make other printers look like soda fountains by comparison. Music is bumping. Oh yeah. It's good shit. Better not mess with any of the settings. Definitely slaps. Oh yeah. Diagrams of human anatomy. The hands are highlighted. Oh, okay. The most developed part of the human body, good for making stone axes and sending emails. Robots and frames can do just fine with claws or 3-digit imitations. But androids are expected to look like people, and move like them too. Getting the hands right must be a big priority at Noble. That tree-like shape on the right is a neuron. Those branches receive input of varying weight, and then if the sum is greater than a certain threshold, the neuron fires. A 0 becomes a 1, and all the other zeros around it take that into consideration. Repeat that a couple billion times a second, and you got the human brain. A computer powerful enough to simulate all of reality. That's the analogy I read in a magazine, anyway. Alright. Looks like a fairly normal computer. If I'm lucky, the security will be fairly normal as well. Boot up complete. Username? Vocal commands? David Asher? Morgan? Guest. Thank you for logging in as guest. It didn't recognize my voice, so I can't probably rule out a vocal command being the key to waking the android. Or sorry, I can probably rule out a vocal command being the key. Do you have a question? More than one. For now, though, what should I search for on this computer? Android. Search files for Android. Messes with settings and turns on the lesbianism. Hell yeah. Oh no! I've set the setting to maximum lesbian!
Hold on, let me go turn off my phone alarm. I can hear it. Hey, don't be late for stream. Oh my god, girl. I really should change that time. Oh well. Okay. Search files for Android. 60,000 results. And counting. Yeah, okay. David would have a lot of files on Androids. They search smarter than that. Morgan, I guess. But I just want to see what all these come up with. Search files for basement. 812 results in local drive. Should I expand the search? Auditing how he renovated his basement could take all day. Morgan. Search files for Morgan. 23 results on the local drive. I can work with that. Mostly phone book and social data, but I don't recognize this file type. Some kind of personnel format? Date of birth, education, occupation, blood type, height and weight? Alright, buddy, a little invasive, don't you think? DNA and fingerprints. Now, why do you have that, David? My DNA isn't in any database. I made sure of that. So he couldn't have bought this anywhere. He must have collected it himself in a wine glass and the like. It would have been easy to do. Why do it? Alright, I'm starting to get a pretty clear picture of what it'll take to turn on this android. I've got the what. For the where and how, I'll just have to manage. Question of the day for chat. Percentage-wise, how lesbian are you? Well, as a man, I think I'm about 76% lesbian. I'm NB, so I'd say I'm about 70% woman, so I'd be 70% lesbian. Fire. How much percent of lesbian would I be? 50-50? Yeah? Yeah, pan. I think I've been attracted to more men than women, but I am attracted to women as well. Huh? 45. 45? I'll take that. Pretty sure none of my answers are from the island of Lesbos, so 0%. Guru asks, how lesbian is Aries? Huh? 100% lesbian. Oh, he 100. Artichoke agrees. Still just a piece of machinery. If it really won't turn on, I can always start hitting it. Girl? No. Morgan! There you are. I've looked in every registry I could find and every database I could get into, but I don't think this android's in the system. It was a long shot. Don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah, but an android without the proper identification is... It's only buying or selling an android without proper identification that's illegal. Doesn't seem like he ordered this online. I guess you're right, huh? We'll have it registered soon enough anyway. I think I figured out what we need to do here. Oh? Good, because I don't know what I have to do here, Morgan, but you do you, girly. If David really wanted me to have this, he would have left some way for me to turn it on. What are you thinking? David had my fingerprints and my DNA on file. By requiring both, he could be reasonably sure that no one was powering up this android without my approval. Oh, do I just have to, like, take off my gloves and use my... Does it react to my, like, fingerprints or something? Artichoke says, for Aries, it's the feminist in him. Surprised nobody went for 120%. Oh, he's into... Oh, no. I mean, obviously. He is not. For the peace and wars. Yep. I want to make a joke here, but they're all dirty. Oh, no. You've done a swab before, haven't you? Every month for the company. Apparently they're building a database on employee epigenetics across the... Sorry. Epigenetics cross-referenced with... Oh! So you're gonna... My DNA and my fingerprint make the key. Okay, so that... Yeah, fair. Now, where to find the lock? Well, I mean, there was stuff about the wrist and the hand. Maybe it's somewhere in the hand. And maybe I gotta hold her hand. I gotta go full lesbian. I'm gonna try kiss her on the touch my. I was gonna say kiss her on the lips. Touch my fingertips to her lips. No, I'm gonna go with. I mean, I kind of want to do a bunch of these for fun. Where's the save? Yeah. Make her suck your finger. I kind of want to. There you go. The lips are one of the most sensitive parts of the body. Not the worst place to make a scan, even if it's gross placing my finger in there. Kiss her! I'm pretty sure Zeus has canonically been with men. And a swan? I believe so, yes. Oh, that's, still not doing it, huh? Come on, do I really have to push my finger deeper? Jiggle the key? You gotta jiggle it a bit. Waggle your finger. Oh man, you went right in there. Are you touching the tongue? It's blinking at me. Oh! Wow, that worked? No way. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my god. Femboys, though, I feel he would get excited. Oh, for Zeus. Good morning. Long beat. Oh no. Good morning to you, too. Cute. Oh, hell yeah. She's bi as hell. She is very cute, though, the little android. Oh god, what am I gonna do for her voice?
Hello. I've never seen you two before.
Oh, honey.
For Elemental, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. How are you? Can you reload a save and try another method? You know what? That's fair. Let's try it for funsies. Right here, right? Yeah. Let's try the nose. So cute, Sarah! She's so sweet. Let's try it for fun. Nose. The nose? Guess it's not impossible. Pick the nose.
Morgan? Are you really gonna stick your thumb up its nose?
No, I'm not. Take something absolutely to boot it up. I don't even want to anymore. Okay, not the nose, not the lip. So, hand? What if I held the hand?
There was that diagram back in his shop. Was it meant to be a literal handshake verification?
Huh, I thought the word. It has to be lips? Are you fucking kidding me? Chest? Maybe somewhere with a lot of surface area? The torso? The chest? Touch the titty. I am not doing that. It has to be the lips. That's so funny. Oh my god. Alright, well let's just do this, because we did this before. Now this is my kind of game. Oh my god, yeah, we'll do good morning. Oh my god. Embrace the lesbianism.
Hello. I've never seen you two before. I guess we should introduce ourselves then. Hi. This is Jessica Starling. She works for Dr. Asher.
How are you doing, by the way, 4 Elemental?
I'm Morgan, a friend of his.
Got all that?
I understand. She is Jessica Starling, and you are Morgan. Last name unknown. No. Morgan is my last... Father told me about you. Aw, he did? Wait, Father?
David. You had it call you daddy? No! No, not the daddy allegations. Oh no.
I am referring to Dr. David Asher. Are you confused?
That's not the word I'd use. Yep, sounds like a man. I'd throw a bone beyond the grave for the good doctor and just move this along. Did David say he was giving you to me? Like transferring ownership?
Ownership? That is correct. And what else did... Mostly correct.
Right. What else did he tell you?
Many things. Can you specify?
I thought conversation was the first thing David figured out how to program.
Did Dr. Asher tell you anything that he wanted you to convey to Morgan? A message you were supposed to pass on? Yes.
Jess, I think it's trying to...
Oh, okay, sure. I'll give you two Or, well, I'll give you some privacy, Morgan.
Interesting. I guess she's really, she's not acknowledging that as a sentient being. Fair. Okay. She's probably really engrossed in the noble, laws, I'm sure. So, anyway.
I've actually gotten about 14 messages in the last 2 minutes, so... I'll just head back up to the lab and take some calls, okay?
Thanks, Jess.
Yes, thank you, Jess.
You're welcome. Just the two of us now. So what do I call you?
My name is Sarah. It's nice to meet you, Morgan.
Oh, trust me, the pleasure's all mine. So what's the message?
Father told me that I would be living with you from now on, and he told me that you would look after me.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Should it?
Model this lifelike with warmth and breath and something close to blood in its veins. Just what are you anyway?
You forgot my name already? It's Sarah.
Oh. What were you built for? You're warm, obviously. You're not one of those physical therapy models, are you?
That would be highly illegal. I haven't completed 500 hours of study at a state-approved massage therapy
School. Nice. Oh my god. Oh, she's giving you time alone. Isn't it, Lord, it's illegal to have an actual sentient AI? I mean, fair. Yeah. Wild. Physical therapy. Is that what they're calling it nowadays? Yeah, really. I'm like, dude. Oh no.
I haven't even completed 1 hour.
What purpose did Dr. Asher design you for?
I don't really answer to that question.
You don't know why he built you.
No. Should I?
How can you not?
Do you?
Would I be asking you if I did?
I mean, do you know why you were created?
Oh.
Why you were born?
Why? Why me? Why would you... Why are you doing this? You're a freak. A monster. What the hell's wrong with you? Please don't kill me. Please, why? Why? Why was a monster like you even born? Well, I wonder if those were like all of her victims. Guess I walked into that one. Ha ha. Oh, damn. I was created to turn straight women into lesbians. That's my purpose. Dr. Asher went. Dr. Asher created me and looked at me and said, slay. I was starting to wonder if you even had the Turing solution. Alright, do tell me about this. David Asher's postgraduate thesis on intelligent programmatic linguistic weighting, a body of work which would come to be known as the Turing solution, named for supposedly being the answer to all past, present, and future Turing tests. True to its name, David Asher's base code has yet to fail any Turing test, a test designed to determine if given answers come from a human or a machine, applied to it with a success rate below 99.97%. A number of think tanks, charities, and corporations hold bounties for designing new Turing tests for the sole purpose of running them against David Asher's work, although none have announced the awarding of any prize money thus far.
Father's framework for programming linguistics and artificial systems, and the body of work for which he first gained international recognition.
Yeah, and international
Do you have an answer to my question? An answer as to why you were created? Why you exist?
Occam's razor. I'm here because my parents wanted me. The simple answer. Fair enough.
I see. Then I will give a similar answer. I was created because Father wanted to make me.
Can't argue with that logic, can I?
Can't argue with that logic. Father did say that you're a lawyer.
Yeah, that's me.
You're a lawyer, and I defeated you with logic.
Oh my god. World-class high-power attorney, the best defense money can buy.
So do you catch criminals?
Ooh, she's excited by that. Look at the glow in her eyes. That's what cops do.
Do you litigate criminals?
That's what prosecutors do.
Then do you fight for the underrepresented?
I love Sarah. I know, right? She's so cool.
Expose injustice? Sue corrupt corporations and officials?
I don't think anyone does that anymore.
Then what do you do? I'm a criminal defense attorney. A defender of the innocent and the powerless.
She's so excited.
Do you also... Now that you know all about me, what can you tell me about yourself? I've never had to do that before. First time for everything. How old are you? I'm not sure I can give a satisfactory answer. Oh, for 2 on answering simple questions. What's the date on your earliest memory? 2 years ago. And where were you constructed or assembled or whatever? What facility? I was not constructed at any facility. Father created me here. By himself. You're saying that if I took you apart, I wouldn't be able to find any markers from any manufacturers, any ideas of any designer? You want to take me apart? Oh no. David was a programmer, not an engineer. How could he build a custom android from scratch in the comfort of his own home?
Are you blind and know karate and flip around in a weird red suit? Couldn't have. Oh, she wants to take you apart. Oh no, Guru. Oh my.
Couldn't have. He must have had help. Probably a whole department's worth. If I ask around, there's gotta be someone in the company who can ID this thing and help me figure out what's so important about it. You don't look like any android I've ever seen. What are you made of? This body is comprised of organic tissues integrated directly into cybernetic systems. They require organic nourishment, including water, carbohydrates, and salt. Wait, worm androids have to eat and drink? They cannot be worth that much trouble. My cybernetic systems operate largely as analogs to their equivalents in the human body. I have a respiratory system for oxygen exchange and a centrally located pump that circulates oxygen. You mean you've got a heart? How quaint. But where does all that extra weight come from? Pardon? I tried moving you earlier and it felt like I was pulling against a truck. My skeleton is a combination of medical-grade plastics and military-grade titanium carbide alloy. Jesus. That sure took the wind out of her sails. Oh. My muscles are made of adaptive rare earth alloy nano-weave fiber with shock absorption and kinetic chain potential rated past... Wait, did you say military grade? Yeah, Jesus Christ, how did he get his hands on that shit? I have a grip strength above 1,000 kilograms. I can run at sustained speeds over 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, jeez.
She's fucking Astro Boy.
Kind of, yeah. Speaking about having children, they cannot be worth that much trouble.
I can jump 6 meters vertically. I can lift approximately... I'm not sure what kind of grip strength most androids are walking around with, but I've never seen any of them move the way it's talking about. Even just standing there, it seems to be poised. Controlled, spring-tight. Strength and flexibility, like a ballerina or a gymnast. Strong enough to flip over a tank, lifelike enough to avoid detection.
Also, side note, I want to cosplay her so bad. Like, so bad. Be probably a really warm costume, but I would love to do that.
As long as this never stepped on a scale, it'd make the perfect infiltration unit. The perfect weapon if you could keep its development a secret. Did David really put something that heavy on my plate? Dismantling a military prototype in secret? Are you deep in thought? That a military infiltration android would look more crew-cut and forgettable. Would David really devote personal time and effort just to make another weapon for the military? I have other features I could tell you about if you'd like. If I shot you, would you die? It would be very painful. And there would be a discharge of fluid, but conventional weapons would not prove particularly effective. That settles it. This thing's a weapon. Sure as I... Would you like to know about my hair?
Yeah, sure. You got a barcode on it.
Your hair? I'm impressed you noticed. Each fiber contains miniaturized solar cell lattice technology, allowing me to remain charged throughout the daytime.
Sick. That must, come in handy.
I haven't actually had the chance to use it yet. This room has ambient wireless charging functionality, and I haven't gone outside much.
Okay, maybe it's not a weapon at all.
You're just a pincushion, aren't you? I'm not familiar with the term.
Damn, imagine if she objected to waking up with someone's finger in her mouth. Well, if I ever sleep with my girlfriend, there's a good chance I'd wake up to her biting me. Kind of like that. Oh no. Dang, Morgan's cold as usual. I should really do be.
Searching.
Whoa, that's cool.
Pincushion. Jargon. Design. Refers to prototypes filled with experimental technologies to check for compatibility issues.
Got an idea? Not sure what to do with it? Stick it in the pincushion. As good an explanation as any for what I'm staring at. A mismatch of state-of-the-art military features spliced with odd new technology using seemingly pointless additions. The end result being a singular, unsellable android that wasn't particularly good at anything and would break down after only a few years.
Pincushions are a small but valid part of the field of android manufacturing. They are valuable to collectors who see them as time capsules filled with their designers' most outlandish ideas and least reproducible results.
But even the most nonsensical pincushions are built via committee over years, with numerous engineers and programmers adding in their pet functions. The android before me claims to have been built by one man. The man who's now... Seems we got off track there, Sarah. Was there anything else David told you to relay to me?
Besides that you were to look after me? He also told me that you were reliable and that I should trust you. He said that I was to listen to you and obey your instructions.
Oh, finally, some good news.
As you say, Adonai.
What? What's that? That word you called me, what was that?
Adonai, from classical Hebrew. Translated literally, it means my lord. Do you prefer that I call you master?
Oh god. No.
Very good, Adonai.
Why'd David use Hebrew, though?
Abrahamic myth tells of servants constructed out of their earth and clay, designed to resemble and obey their masters. Golems. Father must have found the comparison appropriate.
I thought it was gonna be mommy. Kinky. Damn.
Amusing. More likely it's just a joke. Father would not make light of such a thing.
Sure he would.
Perhaps we should ask him to clarify his reasoning for himself. Where is Father, by the way? Is he upstairs?
When was the last time you were active?
38 hours ago.
Thursday night, then.
Correct.
Right. David Asher is dead. He died last night. Understand?
How... may I see him?
See him? No, I won't be able to see him. Funeral's probably not for a few days.
Father was not... He was not sick.
I don't feel like doing the whole song and dance of two robots in one day. That's very charming, but let's go to command zone.
What? What happened? Did he have an accident?
Why is it still doing the theatrics? Does it not recognize my authority yet? It's trying to be as human as possible. The police have determined that he committed suicide. For the time being, we ought to focus on getting you properly registered. Maybe then you'll take commands the first time I say them and not...
The police are wrong.
Excuse me?
They are wrong. Father did not commit suicide. He would never do such a thing. Father had... He told me...
Look, Sarah. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Tension's tipping. Ooh.
Father said you were his friend. How are you so calm?
I've been around death a lot. So don't try to lecture me about grief, Spearmint.
My name is Sarah. You will use it because my father, Dr. David Asher, the greatest programmer in the world, gave it to me. And he did not kill himself.
Are we gonna have to do the poker game situation here? I'm digging the writing, yeah. Let's say you're right. David didn't commit suicide. Is this a JRPG game? Not so much JRPG. It's more... I mean, it is turn-based, I guess. It's visual novel with, like, whatever you would call, like, Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. Like, evidence-based, like, logic games. Because you do face off against opponents, but you use evidence against them. So, that's the battle, I guess. But it's not your typical JRPG as in, like, you know, you go and you do turns and you do your attack and all that. Let's say you're right. David didn't commit suicide. If that's the case, the police will realize that soon enough.
The police have already made their determination. That's what you just said. Father said that you were a lawyer, that you were capable and reliable, and a friend. You should be looking into his death. That's...
Is that an order?
Of course not. It is a request, Adonai.
A request that I'll have to refuse. The police have their job, and I have mine. If I stick my nose into their investigation any further, they'll come down on me hard. Cops don't like lawyers on principle. What they really hate are people who tell them how to do their job. Let's go. We need to...
Father asked you to look after me.
Yeah, he did. He also said you should obey me, and you don't seem quite as fixated on that part.
And he said something else. He said that you owed him a favor. One favor.
The thin ice starts here, Spearmint. That was between him and me.
Father is gone, so now it is between you and I. And I am calling in the favor now.
What?
You don't have to take care of me anymore. Consider that request null and void. You can sell me to some collector, or you can donate me to a university, it doesn't matter. In exchange, you will prove Father didn't kill himself. And you will make sure that whoever hurt him is held accountable.
Interesting.
Why are you laughing?
It's you and me, not you and I. You and me. David would roll over in his grave if he knew you'd gotten that wrong. It was not my intention to amuse or rotate. No, that's for damn sure. Fine, I'll take that deal, Sarah.
You mean you'll prove that Father did not...
I mean, I'll look into it. I'm a lawyer. I don't prove anything. I just disprove what I can.
Then where do we start?
We? I didn't realize you had a law degree.
I do not have a law degree, but I am a fast learner.
This isn't a job interview.
And I am far from useless. I can...
The ad did raise at least one good question. Where do I start? I'm a defense attorney, not a police detective, and David was my friend, not my client. I won't be able to poke around at all unless...
And I am also capable of...
Can you tell a lie?
I am capable of making statements that are false?
I guess that'll have to do.
Are you gonna ask me to lie?
Yeah. To the police, in fact.
Lying to the police is a felony.
Androids don't commit felonies. They make errors.
I see. What kind of error do you have in mind, Adonai?
Interesting. Intriguing.
Are you sure about this?
You have questions too, don't you? Right now, I'm just a little better equipped to get answers than you are. I'm loving this. Oh, it's so good, Guru. Me too.
Okay, go for it. I'll make sure they're watching. Is the air quality at Noble headquarters kept up to state standards?
What's that?
All these Noble employees seem to have asthma. Was Father also working under such poor conditions?
If you like it, you should play episode 0. It's free. Correct. You definitely should. They don't have asthma.
Then why are they all carrying inhalers?
Oh, tell me about it. First legalized in 2083, the stimulant sold under the name... Oh my god, wait, what? The stimulant sold under the name Adroxone has since become one of the most widely used drugs in the corporate world. Okay? As a Class 2 stimulant of least concern, employees of any corporation in good standing with the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight can have access to Adroxone without a prescription, so long as their HR representative feels it should be beneficial to their work performance. Workplace, oh my god, Workplace Adroxone, as it is sometimes called, is dispensed through biomonitor-enhanced inhalers that automatically detect overdoses and keep track of possible habit formation. Oh. Automatic safety levels may be adjusted at supervisor's discretion. unsubstantiated claims that adroxone was first invented as a purely recreational drug by the notoriously violent Skullhead Mafia caused enough of a stir that in 2083 a formal investigative committee was formed. Unfortunately, in 2084, an industrial hydrogen fuel accident resulted in the deaths of all 300... Okay, that's, In 2084, an industrial hydrogen fuel accident resulted in the deaths of all 391 No Skullhead members, placing the investigation at an indefinite standstill. Excuse me? Oh, that's not sus at all. Yeah, no, totally perfectly normal. Yeah, 100%. How convenient. Workplace drug use. Yeah, so what... So it's a... Okay. What is it? It's a bureau... Like, is it an anxiety thing? The restriction, so long as they're trying... Because it's the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight. Narcotics, though. Feels to be beneficial to their work performance. Okay. Biomonitor... Did that automatically detect overdoses and keep track of possible habit formation? So are they trying to, like... Is it meant to be like, hey, take this so that you'll continue to work in the most optimal way as the workplace yeah, because it detects, because they want to avoid habits. Automatic safety levels may be adjusted at supervised discretion. Holy shit, really? That's awful. Excuse me. It's like musk microdosing ketamine. Yeah, really. On an industrial scale. That's so fucked. Oh my god. Crazy.
Yes, ma'am, she's right over here.
Ah! Oh, fuck. Hey, girl. Hey. We, so in episode 0, spoilers for episode 0 in the next, like, 10 seconds, she might be on to our character and what we did. She's a smart cookie. How many people have conveniently died for your point to be proven correct? 4,286. Emma was kind of like, oh, it's you. Like, she was a bit of a, not a rasp, but kind of like a, oh, it's you, like a nonchalant voice. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Oh, no. Did I mess up? On the contrary. Eyes wide. She's a DA. Quiet. She succeeded spectacularly in getting Noble's ears perked up. Emma Rockford! Didn't think I'd run into you here. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here either. Also, I love everything about Emma. Like, just so much. Her design is so cool. But the powers that be think my presence sends a strong message to the Megs, so... No, wait. What are you doing here? A few minutes later. I see. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you for saying that. And thank you, Detective Reyes, for your many kind words. We can't all be as talkative as you. Normally quoting poetry would feel pretentious, but you were so genuine in your reading. Bite me. I don't know if there's a need for all that. Very mature, Detective. Did you come up with that yourself? Oh, no, that's Kaguya's signature pose. Like the pop star? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sure you don't. Uh-huh. You can admit it if you do. Well, there's nothing to admit because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. Sure. Sure, girly. Wait, now you're saying you don't know who Kaguya is? She's the most famous... I need to learn about Kaguya. Kaguya is the stage name of a singer-songwriter known for her powerful voice and her stage persona's intricately crafted lore. After releasing a blitz of chart-topping singles, a quadruple platinum album, and a bevy of cultural reset music videos in just the last 3 years, she has come to be considered the leading living figure in the pop music and popular culture realm. Kaguya's official age is listed as 1,086 years old. She's released her first single, Orbit, in 2083. Oh, she's very new. Which went on to peak at #1 on the Billboard Top 100, the Rubicon Digital Singles Chart, and the Nye8 Music Video Streaming Tracker, making it one of the fastest-selling singles in history. Personal details on the pop star remain scarce, and protecting her anonymity has become a core part of her fan culture. When a retired facial analysis expert claimed that her stage makeup was formulated specifically to make facial recognition on her impossible, a representative for her record company met with the press to clarify that she is simply a private person who wants her fans to enjoy the experience that is Kaguya's voice. Kaguya Lore explained, Kaguya Iceberg explained, Kaguya Luna Tropic Tour tickets where to buy. Good to know. Calls FBI. Wait, I can't call the FBI? They're selling FBI headquarters? What?
Yeah, well, I just don't know who that is, so, ma'am. Weren't you about to say something? Oh, well, I'm still surprised to see you here now, Morgan. Are you helping plan the services? Actually, the company will be planning Dr. Asher's funeral service. Wouldn't his family want to take care of that? No. 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 I see. I'm sorry. But if that's the case, why are you here, Morgan? Ha! Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry to disrupt your morning. Hey, you're here for the same reason as every other suit they've got crawling around. Money. You're not wrong. There are a lot of annoying insects with annoying agendas scurrying around before my friend's body is even cold. But the honest truth is, I don't know if David had a will. The company helped him manage his estate. Legal is probably already on it.
New conspiracy. Officer raises secretly Kaguya. I would die. That'd be so funny.
Actually, judging by how much coffee that intern is carrying onto the elevator, I'm certain they are.
Right, so if you're not here for the funeral or the reading of the will...
Miss Starling asked me to come here, actually, on a matter unrelated to David's passing.
An unrelated matter?
That's convenient.
Isn't it? But now that I am here, it's come to my attention that the police have made a determination in the case of David's death. Good conspiracy theory. She doesn't look a year over 986.
And where did you hear that?
Am I mistaken?
No, you're right. They concluded it was suicide.
Can always count on her, to be blunt. I was worried about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you must be feeling...
Because I'm gonna have to contest that charge.
What?
The state has made a charge. I'm arguing against it. Been used for days.
What are you talking about?
The police believe David committed suicide. Suicide is a felony in this country, detective. It is technically a crime to commit suicide, yes, but we're not in the habit of bringing dead men to trial. Especially not for their own murder, Morgan. No, not to trial. Of course not. But there would be a preliminary hearing in a case like this. Technically, as a formality. Assuming the courts aren't busy that day. I'm afraid that on this occasion I'm gonna have to insist on formality.
Tell me about this hearing. Now, a court proceeding that considers whether this is sufficient evidence to go to trial.
A preliminary hearing is a step in the criminal court process in which a judge or jury will evaluate whether there exists sufficient evidence to justify a trial. Between security systems, personal devices, biomonitors, IoT crumbs, automated dependents, and mods, it is extremely rare in modern times for the people's evidence of a crime to be found lacking, making preliminary hearings somewhat of a formality that is frequently sidestepped without protest from the defense. I hate how there's a history of criminalizing suicide. Yeah, I know.
Profiles.
Emma Rockford. Hey, baby. February 13th. Nice. She likes milk tea, white noise, and black lace. Oh, spicy. Okay. Dislikes artificial sweeteners, home remedies, and ink stains. She reads true crime and bodice rippers.
Oh, damn, she read the smut. Okay.
Best at getting the staff's attention. Worst at deciding what to order. That's me for the last one. Fares. Homicide detective. She likes chewing gum, sports drinks, and biking. Just likes babysitting, audiobooks. Why do you just like audiobooks, girl? And manspreading. She is relaxed when shopping for groceries. I feel that. struggles with remembering lyrics. Default status, do not disturb. Nice. Yeah, well, you really don't have to say much in the matter, do you? With David gone, I have the only say, really. I am, after all, his criminal attorney. All that money he needs his drinking buddy to be his attorney? Bullshit! I'm also skeptical, Morgan. It's a pretty serious conflict of interest to be your friend's defense attorney. You're absolutely right. It is a conflict of interest. And I would have said as much to him if I had the chance. What do you mean? I only found out that he wanted me to be his attorney today. After he died? How the hell did you miss that memo? Embarrassing, isn't it? But, to be fair, it was hidden pretty well. Hi! Oh, I didn't know you had an Android, Morgan. It's cute. Oh, she blushing. Thanks, but it's actually David's. And it's technically my witness. Witness to what? 38 hours ago, that is, David Asher communicated to me as a matter of record the following explicit legal intent. That in the case of any and all criminal charges brought against him by the state, his attorney would be Evangeline Morgan. That's her first name? Oh, I didn't know. Evangeline? Oh, no. No, wait. Seriously? Your name's Evangeline? Did your parents name you after a Christmas carol? Should we all be curtsying? It's not that funny. No, of course not. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Evangeline. Or do your friends call you Angel? I hear Kaguya's on tour, Detective. Should I get you tickets? You could have your dad drive you like all the other 15-year-olds. Hey! Feels like we're getting off topic. What were we just... I was telling you that David Asher wanted her to be his criminal defense attorney. Imagine my surprise. An android's recording of a verbal expression of intent isn't exactly ironclad, Morgan. That's fair. And if we were going before an upper-level court, I would expect that to be open to all kinds of scrutiny. Love all of this. It's so good. But we're talking about a preliminary hearing. A formality, as you called it. If he asks for representation, he deserves representation. Doesn't matter whether he's dead or alive. Am I missing something? What difference does it make? Not even an adjutant would be obtuse enough to to sentence a dead man. No, there wouldn't be a sentence, but the adjutant will render a verdict. And verdicts have consequences, even for the deceased. Is that what this is about? What's she getting at? If the court agrees that this was a suicide, the verdict will retroactively affect evaluations of the individual's mental health. Like whether he was in his right mind or not? You know anything about a state tax law, Detective? No. But I'm sure you'll be happy to educate me. More than happy. An individual found by a court to not be of sound mind can't very well give their consent to the lawyer drawing up their will. If his will is compromised, all of David's considerable assets would suddenly be thrown into legal limbo. In which case, the state would be legally obligated to come in and pick up the pieces. So this is just about his money. I'm almost disappointed in you, Morgan. Well, when you take into consideration all the factors, it's actually more complicated than that. For example... never mind. No, Starling, you should speak your mind. All I mean to say is that while Dr. Asher did have significant holdings in art, real estate, and intellectual property, he also, of course, owned a great deal of stock in numerous corporations, principally Noble. If he was ruled to not be of sound mind, and his shares were to end up acquired by the government, Noble would suffer a serious blow to its commercial image and its standing to the financial community. All of which is to say, there's a great deal at stake here. My theory is looking increasingly strong. Or maybe not. Not the least of which is the reputation of a man whom I was proud to call my friend. You're not buying this, are you? In case you haven't noticed, the city is working closely with Noble on this, and they're not gonna let you bring them any unwanted attention.
Starling did her part. They're watching, and they've stopped trying to hide it. From here on out, it's a gamble. Noble Electronics already has unwanted attention. Why are you raising your voice? If nothing changes by the end of the day, the whole country's going to hear how David Asher committed suicide. By midnight, there will be questions about his competency. Concerns about why the brain inside every single Noble ad was built by an apparently unstable man. The shareholders will have nothing to do all Sunday but brood over that sad thought and all its disturbing implications. By the time the markets reopen on Monday, I would expect a great deal of volatility. Not so. I understand Noble's apprehension, of course, Emma. I just feel like right now the fiscally conservative thing to do would be to not get in my way.
That's fucking great. What a solid line.
So you've got your reasons, and Noble's got a lot to think about. Why should the district attorney's office devote valuable time to playing out this game of yours? Because they're certain they'll win. That goes without saying. The court should have an opening at 6 p.m. I didn't have anything planned. Then it's a date. Detective, would you get her clearance set up? Yes, ma'am. Updates every hour, yeah? You're out on a limb, Morgan. Better not linger. Here. Clearance for all the relevant sites and police firewalls. You can interview and investigate with your authority as an officer of the court now.
Because they're legal duty? Yeah.
You haven't already been doing that. Don't even think about being sloppy with discovery on this. Harper might think you're funny, but I appreciate the warning, Detective Reyes. Nice to know you care.
Ooh, oh my god. I love their back and forth. It's so good.
I live to serve and protect. Whew. Thanks for the assist, Starling. Yeah, no sweat. Are all cops like that? Are they more like Detective London, or like that Detective London gentleman?
Most are like her.
They're mostly like that, yes.
So many amazing bitches in this game. Yeah. Hey, Boogie, how's it going?
They're all that intense? Yeah, it comes from being short. And most cops are short?
Yes.
Right. Well, I'll see you at the courthouse tonight. If you need anything in the meantime, don't be afraid to ask. Well, good luck. Both of you. What do we do now? Well, I have a few options. I have access to the crime scene now. Probably the best place to start. Get it over to the company building as well. To get me registered? Among other things. Either David killed himself or he didn't. But if he did, it's almost certainly his asshole corporate overlords who are to blame. In which case I want to take my sweet time raking them over the coals. Oh, it's stressful? I'm sorry, Boogie. Stressful school time? What are you doing? Nothing. What about Father? When can we see him? He'll probably be at the morgue by now. The medical examiner will speak to me now that I'm operating under the court's authority. But if I stop to flash paperwork at every nurse and security guard with nothing better to do than ask questions... I'll have to... What's that look for? You are Father's friend. Thank you again for reminding me. Aren't there people you'd like to speak with? Other friends who'd want to know? Bad news travels fast. I'm sure everyone in the country has heard about David by this point. But all that heartbreak shit did keep me pretty occupied these last few weeks. And I was never one to pry. If there was someone who could tell me more about David's personal life over the last several months, it'd be worth the effort of finding them. Do you have someone in mind? Maybe someone he met recently? He spoke about becoming close with someone this year, a musician. Now that you mention it, there was a P.O. something that David might have mentioned when he talked back in... I will begin a search. I've completed my search. I found nothing. Hope you can rest and de-stress here tonight. I can't, so I still have to even to do work now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you're gonna get through it, though. I believe in you, friend.
Thanks for the old college try. Is that really the best you can do?
Father was a private man in person and online. With just a few letters and the fact that he was a musician, I'm afraid we don't have enough information to narrow down the results, Adonai.
No, we have plenty of information. Just need the right person for the job.
What kind of person is that?
What? Time to expunge. Detainment. Oh. They don't want this recorded? It is 10:50. No, I want to find out who this is, and then I'll save. And who would you even have called? Oh shit! It's the kiddo. We were chatting with them in episode 0. I don't know, but I still should have gotten my phone call. Instead, I got you. Who are you again? I think, right? My latest guardian, new foster parent. Want me to call you mommy? Right? They were the ones who we were talking to? The brat. What was her crime again? I don't remember. I think it was like something on the level of like graffiti or something. I don't remember though. I'm not really the motherly type. Hey yo, we might actually get along. So I've got some good news and bad news. I'm not your guardian. I'm your lawyer. You've been given a lawyer because you're being charged with a felony. Oh, here we go. Oh, fascist pigs. Giving schools a felony now? Hacking into a government database has been a felony for a very long time. Now wasn't me. They have your keystrokes, your IP address, your login times, and the playlist you were listening to. That was for a homework assignment. Here's what I don't get. You got in, copied the data, could have gotten right out. State wouldn't even know they'd been robbed until they saw their password show up on black market clearance 2 weeks later. But you didn't get out. You stayed and made changes to their database. You robbed the bank, got clean money, then dragged a can of spray paint behind you all the way home. Why? Look, I didn't steal anything. I wasn't already compromised. The only data I edited was my own. If anything, you should be thanking me for correcting their mistakes. What, did they get their birthday wrong? My name. Name changes are only 2 pages of paperwork. You just need to fill out the form. And get a signature from a parent or a guardian. So, what's the good news then? Well, the good news is that I'm your lawyer, not your guardian. Hell, that doesn't count as good news. That's just a thing you said. Don't be so sure. A lawyer's a lot better than a guardian. How's that? Parents, guardians, foster whatevers. They're not supposed to take care of you because it's the right thing to do. A lawyer is someone who always does what's best for you, no matter what, because that's how they get paid. So how good are you at your job? Hello. Hi, friend. Hello, mon cœur. It's pronounced cur. I know how it's pronounced. An archaic term for a dog, an abandoned mutt, or a stray. Did you mean cœur? Heart? Don't call me that. When I met Fran in that police station, I couldn't help but bet that I'd landed the jackpot. You know what? This is probably a good place to save, because now at least I'm getting some info about Fran. And when I get back to this next week, I'll be like, right, we're chatting with Fran. At least I have a name, you know? Let's see over the file here. Mon cœur, I'm dead. Crime code number 50.35, being a brat in a no brat zone. See also, being a brat after brat summer has ended. I knew that word because my birthday name is Coeur d'Alene. Really? Cool. Nice. Cool. Well, it is late. I need to get up tomorrow. Not early, but I do have an appointment to get to, so I probably should end stream. Thanks for the stream, of course. This game rolls. Everything about it is always so solid. Thank you for buying it for me, Corin. I really appreciate that. Awfully nice of you. Been a wonderful stream. Can't wait till the next. Hell yeah. My next stream is Saturday. Yes. Yes? Yes. Saturday morning, 8 a.m., I think. I'm gonna be playing some Small Saga. See how far we get there. Yeah, and then the week after that, probably more of this game and other things. So, yeah. I forgot I did that. Hell. Yeah, you did. Good night, Akemi. Good night, Boogie. I hope life's less stressful for you soon, friend. Thanks for the stream. Have a good night, and thank you for the lesbianism. Yes. Yes. Good with stream ended. Alright. Who can we raid? Who is live? Who'll be live on Twitch? Luca's playing Wobble Dogs. Oh shit, Fireball's on. Nice. Nice, nice. Maybe Fireball. We haven't seen them for a while. Fireball actually recently resubscribed. So I think I want to read Fireball. Yeah. Go read Fireball. Make sure I got the name right. I did. Good. Thank you again, everyone. If you'd like to leave a little raid message, copy a little raid message, you can copy that first one. Or if you do have access to my sub emotes, you can also copy this one. We're gonna go raid Fireball. I believe he's playing some Persona 5 Royal, which is cool. And yeah, as I said, next stream's gonna be Saturday, 8 a.m. playing some Small Saga, and from there on we'll change it up, and hopefully I'm gonna be playing this game next week. So maybe I'll aim for like Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Thank you again, everyone. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to play more of this game, and I wish you all a rad rest of your week ahead. Goodbye, friends!